Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Arcanautus Ascent. We got a,
Yo,
we got a couple delays from players today, so we're gonna do a little side thing as we make our way in the direction of. We were doing the Temple of Angulus, I believe, because one of your treasure maps that you obtained from the ship that was pilfered and used as a mobile murder hut by the Ublex.
my favorite.
One of the maps indicated there was treasure buried somewhere within or below the temple, or at least that's what the map seems to imply. You all are just recovering from your encounter with the shrimp blimps. Um, the shrimp blimps, yes. You acquired two new inflatable pufferfish well, not so much allies as you tied them to your ships and they're kind of just
No,
swimming
no.
along. Little Puff appears to be uh oh, Little Puff appears to be amicable with the giant pufferfish. They yeah, when inflated, these things are like what, 40 feet or like 30 feet diameter. It's pretty crazy. They're huge. But anyways,
We have to
Little
worry
Puff
about that thing.
has been swimming with them and on their backs and has just been kind of like singing to them like baby beluga in the deep blue sea and like that sort of stuff. Um yeah, so you have two giant mega pufferfish. Currently, you have an additional ally of a was it a half orc? A half orc who has joined
Half orc.
you. Sorry.
Yeah, it was half orc.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jenzu. Jenzu, who had been fighting the pufferfish as they arose to the surface. You also happen to have Anwan, the halfling, who joined you for the Ublex fight. By the way, sorry, guys, say hi.
hello.
Yo,
We've got two people here right now. We got Zen, and we have Anwan. And that's what we're going to start with tonight, and we're going to kind of slowly accumulate players as we go. That's the theory, at least. So I'm gonna, as usual, with my excellent balancing and my well thought out, well planned encounters, we're gonna see what we can do for these gentlemen tonight, until their allies come and rescue them from whatever horrifying CR-33 thing that I end up throwing at them by accident. All right.
oh
Are
phew.
are you?
Only 33. All
Yeah,
right,
I know,
cool.
right?
I think we can handle. I think I'm pretty sure we can
So
handle
you
it.
guys are sailing along in here. Let's hop over. Let's hop over to the world map real quick, because we're traveling. We're doing some traveling. It's been a couple days. We're gonna have to talk about feeding the restrained Velociraptor. It has been becoming more irritated lately, and it's making a lot of like grumbling noises and just generally overall being rather annoyed with its current circumstances and seems to be rather hungry.
It's not
Um,
happy with its life.
yeah, it's a
We
little
need to get
pissed.
it, honey.
I would
Uh,
stay away from that thing.
sure. But you guys get about to here. Right above the ISLA, the Isla and the Sigilgea Islands, as you guys are driving your ship over this large banner, this fucking 20-mile long banner that just rests in the sea. Um, that was a joke, as a side note. I guess I am tired. I don't know. I'm sorry. Anyways,
You
so
good?
that was like my delivery was a little off. I think I might be out a
Go
little
get some
out of it tonight,
coffee, my
guys. I'm
guy.
sorry. Anywho. Okay, sorry. You see a small island, uncharted, or maybe it was charted, and the person who made the laps accidentally slapped the label for the Sigilgea Islands above where this island would be.
Jeez.
What a
This
dick!
bit is still going.
What? No,
The bit
that's
was
not a bit.
over.
That's a fact. Hey, they gotta
Oh,
put the
okay.
fucking title somewhere. And it made the most sense to put it here. and they only had to
Mhm.
sacrifice one island, theoretically. It's not a huge island. It's actually pretty small. Frankly, it might have not even been worth their notice, or they might have not noticed it anyways. But yeah, you guys see a small, and let me go over to another, oh fuck. There we go. Oh, the island doesn't exist yet. One sec.
The plane of
No,
nothingness.
no, shush,
That's
shush,
something-
up.
That's a nice island.
Yo, check out
it's
that
bigger than
guy's
that.
Patreon, you know? Give him some credit.
Sure, yeah. Yes. Where? Ugh, my brain not working. Sorry. Okay. Continuing. This needs to be much, much bigger.
I think it's perfect fine.
Anywho, you guys are encroaching upon this island that you see off in the distance. Relatively uncharted, supposedly, apparently. Captain Dawnstar would call out amongst your ships. Oi! Is that the island below the banner? It's been invading map makers for years, resting in a place that none may map it out, as they all are obligated legally to place the title of their maps in that one corner. Amazing! I haven't seen this place in ages! It sounds like your dog is having a very good time, Zen.
Right. Alright, I'll take it from her.
Alright. Any of ye want to take a rowboat out? I know that there is a small cave. Captain Dawnstar would. Oh no, Captain Dawnstar talks in a voice. I believe there was a small cave that you could access just dipping below the water's surface on the inlet of the island.
I asked him, how do you know this?
I took a lass there once in my youth on a date. Of course, we had to leave because some pirates were using it to temporarily stash some booty. And, you know, I couldn't stash any booty that night. Haha. Haha, yeah, that was a joke.
I chuckle, hawk.
Yeah.
I just feel bad, man. I think me and the old captain will be going over there.
No, the who?
The captain, Zen.
And Captain Dawnstar kind of looks over at you, Zen. I mean,
I like shrug my shoulders. I'm like,
just to clarify, my good sir, I'm the captain, for the purposes of payroll. The gentleman there is the client per se, the hiring, one of the folks who is hiring me for this adventure, for this task.
I'm more the general than the captain.
But
if that's what you want
strongest as
to
the captain.
call it, then yes, you're the general. I have to copy and paste your characters because they have permissions enabled on them.
So I'm like, yeah, you may be the captain payroll, but I see in strength-wise, he's the captain.
I'm not here to argue such things. I've seen the man's steel. The man's flying steel. I would never dare to challenge such a thing.
So yeah.
Indeed.
Let's go.
Sounds good. Hey, who knows? There could be extra booty, which I'm sure that everybody is excited about, no doubt.
Me hoping. If they will actually believe I'm a guy, of a man.
What?
As I'm
What?
small.
Yeah. We've seen halflings before.
We have.
I'm talking about other people.
Other people have
Other
also
people
seen
have
halflings
seen
before.
halflings before. It's not a rare race.
I know they're not ray race. I'm saying like more of, you might be a halfling or a kid. You don't know. Some people like to play as
Well, that
kids or
depends.
something.
How are you? Well, you can't play as kids per the.
I know.
Well, all right. Anyways, sorry.
Oh,
Do you have
Moving
a
on.
beard?
I
Do you
understand.
have facial hair?
No, no.
I see.
Oh, okay. So you
So I
guys
think
have
the
a.
only one you
Sorry.
have to worry about treating you like you're a child is Siegfried.
Indeed. Okay, so you guys have a little
No.
itsy bitsy rowboat for the two of yous that you guys take out. Oh wait, this has to go to the map layer. Boop. There we go. That's better. So anyways, this you guys have a little rowboat that you utilize to get to where you gotta be. Oh, can I not? Oh, it is snap to grid. All right, whatever. This will be your huge ass rowboat. And you guys are able to sort of pick a spot. Pick anywhere along the outer edge of the island to dock, or if you would like to dock in the internal aspect, just show me where you want to dock. This is a relatively small island. What you guys are thinking here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. But
All
you
right,
can
sounds
choose.
good. So you guys dock your you guys pull up on the sandy shore, and sort of set
Don't
your
worry, if
boat
anything
to the
happens, we
side.
can always fly away.
Yes, readily available to push off, shove off, and escape as needed. Captain Ashore would have pointed out to you that the entrances to the cave are hidden amongst the island, around the center, sort of. There are some entrances on the outer edge, but he doesn't like facing the open sea underwater there, and fish may enter through there, and you don't really want to deal with anything nesting in the crevasses. But there may be a hidden entrance or two. He said there's definitely hidden entrances in the inlet, on the south tip of the middle sort of jutting land, in the little inlet. Yeah, as I said a million times, sorry. And there may be some in the bushes to the north and south ends of the island. Do you guys have a preference for your entry point, or do you want to explore the island a little bit? Well, what?
Yeah.
This is an island composed of a couple of sandy beaches alongside a couple of kind of your more standard rock formations, along with a bit of greenery that has begun to accumulate on this island. This area is relatively warm and takes well to tropical plant growth, as well as due to the proximity to the magic of the ascending menagerie may perhaps have some influences on the greenery may have had some influence from there, although you note the lack of murderous plants in the immediate vicinity, and also the lack of density in the foliage. It's mainly just grasses, palm trees, and kind of short shrubbery, although dense in some places. Do you guys have a preference for your explorations?
I mean,
I guess we can, since the island isn't that big, we can
You can narratively
explore
declare
like we can explore here
along
and
the
just
beach.
the inner part around to the
Okay, so
core
both
the
of you
island.
roll an investigation check for me then.
you said both of us?
Yeah. Well, investigation or perception, it depends on what you're looking for, I suppose. If you're looking for an entrance, investigation. If you're just looking at the island, perception.
I'm gonna do perception to
No,
Get
I'll
a
do
if there's any-
investigation.
better understanding of the island, and then you're doing
Yeah.
investigation for the entrance to the
Yeah,
lower
because,
chambers.
And if it's underwater, I can scope it out.
It's true.
Alright, so for perception, I have a +5.
Alright, that's an 8. Echo, you are looking for the entrance. You're having a little bit of trouble. You're looking through some shrubbery, you're kind of glancing around, kind of looking under these rocks the ones that you can lift at least. Zen, as you are exploring the island, you're not. I assume you're not traveling too far from each other,
No, I'm gonna
unless you
stay within
say otherwise.
like 30 feet of them,
Okay.
bare minimum.
Yeah, so you got some wiggle room there.
Yeah.
You're kind of looking around, and as you move to sort of this area that you're in right here, you notice in the sand, some like lines in the sand, like some tracks of some serpentine thing. Very, very small, probably like a foot long tops, and like only a couple inches wide, or like an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches wide. And it travels from the sea up to the north, from the north end of the island, all the way into these shrubs right over here.
Do I see any like bulges in the sand or
Bulges in the sand. Interesting. Well, with that perception check, I'd have you roll investigation, but I'd say that you are keen to this. So you're looking for bulges, perhaps where something could be hidden, or just any notable bulges. There's obviously the sort of mini dunes whipped up by just the winds. You notice perhaps a couple of holes in the ground, sort of over here, right at the tide line. And you see a couple of bees kind of poking their head in and out. Very, very few, and they're not too frequent. They're those sort of beach bees that you would see, you know.
Oh no, we found the velociraptor's native habitat.
There are very few. You like see 2 or 3 holes. You note that there are bees on this island in some places.
I give like that smell of like this is not good.
There is no notable lumps in. With your perception check, there are no notable lumps in the sand.
Alright.
You might see like a hermit crab pop up as the tide goes out. Something like that. But besides that, there's just the snake-like tracks that... Sorry?
I'm gonna...
Go ahead.
I'm gonna pull an arrow out
Uh-huh.
and cast a light cantrip on it.
Uh-huh.
And
your arrow glows with a brilliant radiance.
And fire it,
shoot it right in here?
The bush.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll an attack roll for me.
Okay, that's a plus.
If you burn this island to the ground, I will not hesitate to cast fire.
It's not on fire.
Yeah, it's just
and also why
Okay.
it's an island.
What? How did the island hurt you, boy? Tell me. Plus 9 to hit.
It hasn't hurt you yet.
You were yet.
18.
Nice. You shoot the island right in its eye. No, I'm kidding.
Wait.
Of course. I wouldn't do the mimic island thing 3 times in a row. That would be insane.
You did it twice.
No, well,
we
once
avoided it the second time.
Yeah, exactly. Anywho, your arrow fires true. You don't hear an immediate thunk as quickly as you would expect to, but you hear sort of an echoing, like a thunk, 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 thunk. It appears the arrow has fired into a deeper chamber in this area right here.
Cave.
Are you guys entering the cave?
Ye?
All right.
I want to do like a perception check before we enter it, though. Like, see.
Okay.
Or as we enter it, I guess. Make sure there's no danger I can perceive.
Okay. You still notice. Go ahead and roll perception for me. You still notice the tracks from earlier, and with a 23, I'll say you can hear deeper from within the cave. I guess this like slimy sort of sliding noise.
Oh, man,
every so often, I guess.
It's a beach episode.
Sorry?
Oh shit! It might be the B episode.
What? What are you talking
beach
about?
Episode. Nothing.
Don't worry about it.
I would never.
Just be ready. Just be ready to flee immediately.
Bet.
It's not worth it. Alright. We enter, I guess.
Yep.
Give me a sec. I just had an even better thought. Excuse me.
Well, on one, it was nice. It was nice partying with you one-on-one today.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
It's a
'cause
good
one
thing.
of us is gonna die.
And that was the last they ever
Or-
saw of Zen or Anwen.
Or Dimension Door.
Yeah,
Ooh.
of course. Oh,
I can
Dimension Door's
also
always good.
double dash now. Because I can now dash as a bonus action.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Excuse me for just a minute. Everybody watching, close your eyes for a sec.
That's no fail.
Okay.
Just because I have to upload something.
And you don't want us to see it.
No, you guys
Oh,
are
you're talking
fine.
about
I
the
have to.
viewers.
I realize I didn't actually. Unfortunately, I realized that I didn't put the, what is it called when you hide the bits of. I didn't put the fog on the other map, and I do need the fog for this because it is pitch black in here except for the 30 feet of light the arrow grants. So I do need to.
Do you have night vision?
Add the darkness.
No.
On one?
Nope.
Alright, so you can grab
Hide
the
areas.
arrow. I have dark vision, so I'll be able to see a little bit more.
Enable fog of war.
We want not too long ago we had a session where we fought these deep sea fish, and we had to use light to defeat them. And the light cantrips literally saved my life.
Yeah.
Because I was immediately swarmed by them.
Immediately.
Jesus.
Hilariously immediately. All right, so
like
you
everyone
are
else was all set.
You are entering in the central entrance here. Okay. All right. So as you descend, all right. So I've got the fog of war set up. Wow, that is really low quality. Holy shit.
Oh shit! Wait.
Whatever. It's fine. All right, moving things
I love
over.
that game.
I am transitioning your character pieces over. Give me just a sec.
All right. Under that sec, I should be able to go grab my Cheez-Its. I'll be
Go
back.
grab your Cheez-Its, you fool.
I'm actually going to grab gummy worms.
Go grab your gummy worms, you fool. I suppose I am the fool for not having this prepared ahead of time. But
Oh my
also
God,
I
you
expected more of the players to be here, so I mean, you can't really blame me that much.
That's fine. We're gonna recruit some some fishermen. Where's the gummy worms?
Come on.
Arigato na.
Sumimasen.
Back with Cheez-Its.
Back with GWs.
Nice.
Alright, we are on the objects layer. Alright, cool. So as you guys enter, let me transition the players over here. Alright, welcome to the map, boys. Alright. As you guys descend, here, let me, place the stairs here. There is an ascending spiral, or a slope that you guys kind of are walking down from, and it descends into this, there's about like 1 inch to 2 inches in various spots of water that seems to just kind of flow around your feet in this area. Do you have dark vision, Zen?
Yes, I have dark vision.
So that's 60 feet.
Let me double check.
Do you have dark vision? And when?
No.
You do not. All right, so I will do the 60 feet for Zen, and he can notify you of shit. because it is pitch black in here.
Yep, I can see 60 feet.
Cool.
Cheddar.
I wish you could do, like, other shapes.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. That's fine. Come on. Do the switch to the thing. Thank you. Jesus, roll 20. Alright, sorry. You'd be able to see the walls of the room you're in. Anywho. So this is what you guys are currently seeing before you. So, what do you do?
I'll take lead.
You hear
Yeah,
that
I'll follow you.
slick Zen with the 23. You hear that slick kind of slimy sliding noise is coming from the southwest. Although it does echo in the chambers around, it is hard to hear fully and fully understand it, but you get the feeling that it is definitely coming from that direction.
Alright. I'm going to take Numa out
You do
and
so.
have her either, depending on the area, either be floating by my side or in front of me.
Okay. Do they have
Depending-
any kind of special light on them or anything?
No, they can see. They have blind sight.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
For 50 feet, I believe.
For 50 feet.
So,
Alright, so
yeah.
now I can be a little more liberal with my highlighting.
yeah.
If the button would
Okay.
work.
All right. So the sound I heard that sounds gross is coming from.
Was from
like
the
this-
south. Yeah, exactly, yes.
So I think we should explore the other areas first.
There you go.
Bet.
All right. What are you thinking? West, north.
Let's go
Well,
up
looks
north
like-
first.
All right. Like
North
I said,
first?
I'll take lead.
Alright, you guys just move yourselves as needed.
Yeah. Don't stray too far behind. All right. Do I see anything interesting in this pool of water over
So
here?
you notice that this pool is likely one of the entrances from the sea. You notice actually a lot of crabs, like small crabs and stuff, sort of eating in the sediment below your feet, like in the sand and in the stones. Like they're picking up little snails here and there. This area seems to be very abundant with small shoreline life. They're relatively pale in color, though, you notice. Like, they haven't probably left this cave. These are probably creatures that grow up in this dark cave.
I think Siegfried would have liked these. He likes creepy crabs.
Yeah.
Well, let's move
Maybe.
on. So what are you thinking? East or west?
West, I
Let's
see
see.
points.
Okay.
Alright. Which direction? The upper tunnel or the lower tunnel? Both seem to ascend slightly.
Let's go upper.
Yeah.
Alright.
When I get up here, I'm gonna see if I can check for any signs of larger endemic life.
Well, as you arrive up here, you do notice something. You notice what appears to be a safe sunken into
This thing?
yeah. Just it's very obvious and clear in the center of this rather open space. But you also notice that the noise is louder from before, just to the south of you.
The slipping sound?
Yes, and I'm actually gonna roll a die.
You know what?
And you notice that the slithering noise stops for a moment as you ascend up this slope and you make eye contact with this safe.
It's weird that you say eye contact with the safe. That makes me
As the safe
okay.
blinks at you and gives you a little wink and smiles its toothy smile.
Oh
I'm
no,
I'm
it's
Yeah,
a
kidding.
that
beautiful.
I'm
ain't it,
kidding, of
Chief.
course. Sorry. There so
Uh,
there is what looks like an old like foot and a half by foot and a half by foot and a half like personal safe that somebody has dropped down here. It sticks
and
out of
it's
the
like
water. Its edges ever so slightly rusted with time. Like the edges that are touching the water. Like the metal is being slightly discolored as the like inch and a half, 2 inches of water that it's set in seems to be sort of causing chemical reactions with the metal. You notice a couple of the crabs sitting on the safe.
I don't think I'll be able
Yeah,
to see
and
it.
but you, yeah. Um, both of you go ahead and make a insight check for me.
Oh, shit, you said
okay.
inside. Hold on, give me a second.
I'm actually not bad at that. I'm actually
That's,
good at that.
Okay,
I'm okay
Zen
with
got a
it.
24, so yeah. Anwin really not rolling super good today. That's okay.
Oh
Um,
no, I'm taking
Uh,
all of your luck.
so Zen, you know, Echo first, or I should say Anwin.
Actually, I do kind of have lucky because of the feature.
Yeah, but that's just your racial trait.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anywho, sorry. So you notice that the crabs appear to be very still and like in a sort of defensive position, sitting on top of the crate right now.
Are they facing us or facing another
They are
direction?
looking. They seem to be in like a circle, looking outwards and around. They're crabs, so they don't really have emotions per se, but they are in a defensive cluster. They like have their pincers out and open, like they are in a defensive sort of, because there's like probably 10 crabs sitting on top of this thing, and they're small crabs. They're only like a few inches across, like 3-4 inches across, like regular sized, like pale crabs. But Zen, you get the feeling they are on the defense right now. They are alert to something. And you also notice that the slithering noise has completely stopped.
I think we should take more of like take a bit back and then maybe stealth a bit, like try not to what whatever was going on now, it's eerily quiet. And those and whatever that safe is, apparently this is like though it isn't a
You said
frequent
it
spot,
has
this is a
blind
known
sight.
area.
What kind of vision exactly would you say your sword has? Is it how is its blind sight done?
I picture it's the same as with typical uh what are they called? Living swords and living armors. They like sense like
It's like an
life energy.
awareness.
Yeah, they can.
Okay. Which one is this again? The sword?
Which? Oh, this is Numa, the
Numa.
Celestial.
Numa would notify you that she detects things burrowing in the earth rapidly around in the. And here I will draw you the area as your sword notifies you. Like this region.
All right,
Pretty
we should.
much. They say they would notify to you. Um, there's things burrowing below the surface, in the water and beneath it, in the stone. Uh, tad unnerving. There's a lot of them.
Oh,
A
shit,
lot of
dinner's
them,
ready.
huh? All right, we should definitely.
I should probably make this square red.
Hmm. All right, so what do you
Go
think?
around?
So we probably don't have a lot of time. Do you think we should move more inward or back up a bit and try to observe more?
Let's say, right. Thank you, mother. Or, I can't right now. D&D, my guy. Cute.
Hey,
Let's. Sorry, my brother.
respect your mother.
Here. No, no, it was my brother this time.
Okay, just mute yourself if you're gonna
This
curse
is
out
a
your family.
Christian Minecraft
This is a
server
Christian
status over
Minecraft
here.
server.
Shoot, my bad, my
Winnie
bad.
the Pooh says no swearing on my Christian Minecraft server.
Minecraft server.
All right, so
Thank
yeah,
you.
what I was asking you is, we probably don't have much time. Do you think we should move inward more to get more of a vantage point,
Inward.
or should we inward? All right, let's go.
Okay.
I'm gonna dash to get behind this.
Okay,
Just
you
gonna-
dash quickly across. The slithering has
No.
not recommenced. Your sword indicates that there is still theoretically hostile activity, or there's some kind of things burrowing beneath.
My green beans.
I wish
You
I had
actually
a fishing pole.
you hear the scrape of something against one of the metal legs of the safe. For a moment, just a quick little, like not even it was like an accidental scratch of a
Kiss?
knife against like another metal surface.
It's like if you dropped like a wrench or
Like
something.
if it wasn't a clang, it was more sharp, had more of a twang to it,
Okay.
Mm.
like a blade
So
striking against something.
we are at a higher elevation than the safe currently, right?
This level is all pretty much the same. The changes in
see.
elevation are indicated by the lines that you notice here and here. And here, let me
Alright,
reveal a little more for you as well.
Yeah. No, wait. No, that's a wall right there. I was gonna say climb on the rock.
Yeah, unfortunately, that goes straight up.
Oh.
All right. I was hoping there was gonna be a little bit more behind here. We were kinda
Unfortunately,
in a
there is
corner.
not.
All right. All right. Okay. So it's not coming up yet, huh?
No. But your sword would acknowledge that there is still a lot of movement.
You want to quickly head back down?
It's only been a couple seconds. It's your call as to what continues here.
This is high elevation,
the
right?
scene is reactionary. Yes, that does go up a little bit. Yes, you see water
All right,
flowing
let's-
down slightly for like the inch and a half or whatever of water flowing down the steps up there.
Let's try going over there.
Okay, you're
We
trying
want
to
the
get
high
over here?
ground.
All right.
Yeah, we're trying to get the high ground.
Zen, I will remind you that that is the direction from which you originally heard the slithering.
You're right.
Just because I figured I might as well not be a dick about that and actually tell you.
At this point, we have no way. I can probably banish it, and that's it.
There you go.
Well, it seems like there's more than one of whatever this is.
They
But,
indicate that they're small, relatively small creatures, probably like 8,
All right,
10 inches in
why don't we
length.
backtrack and check out the rest of the cave first,
Okay.
Gotcha.
Gonna do a
just in
little
case we can
backtracking?
like sneak up. Yeah, just in case we could sneak up on whatever this is.
Interesting. So you're gonna leave the area for a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. So
On one, go
Listen.
get between me and Numa. So
Yeah.
you're not.
So, just tell me, how are you guys going? Are you trying to specifically be more stealthy now as you move?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Roll stealth checks then, please.
Will do, good stuff. All right. Do I have to roll for Numa as well, or?
She floats. Ooh, you're good.
All right.
I'll say that their stealth check is part of your stealth check, because you have a pretty high modifier anyways, right?
I have a +5.
Yeah, so you're good. Ooh.
Oof.
Oh, yeah?
The sword clangs against the wall.
I was literally about to say, as you are moving stealthily along, you accidentally step on a crab, and it actually pinches at your boot and gets stuck on it for a moment as it angrily snips at you, and you're like, what the fuck? And the sword swings around in a defensive measure and actually clangs against a stalag...
I was saying ceiling or floor.
Floor?
Stalagmite.
I think that's might.
Yeah, stalagmite.
Okay. We'll go with that. Chopping off the tip of the rock formation, and as it plops to the ground, it makes a splunch noise. You look over in the direction of where you think the threat may be. And with that thing hitting the ground there, you see movement beneath the surface of the water in this region. You see things rise and fall, small little serpentine shapes covered in this like dark black with white speckles, sort of chitin, and these little terrible mouths that are shaped like they have these big pincers, as they sort of bob in and out of the water in sort of arcing movements, seemingly roused by the noise. And I will just go ahead and put down what I have titled "The Worst Thing Ever" in my things. I'll just show you guys real quick what you're looking at.
Oh no. No.
That, except with these dark black.
I don't know what that is.
It's
I
a
don't like it,
bobbit
though.
worm.
A what
It's like
worm?
ocean
They're
spiders.
fucking awful.
What do they do?
They are worms, right? With legs,
Uh-huh.
right? And
Oh,
their
okay.
faces don't normally look like that. They normally just look like, a normal-ass face. But their fucking skin peels back and reveals this fucking toothy maw that they fucking snap things in half with and drag them below the surface. So that's what a
see.
bobbit worm
Oh.
is, everybody. You see some strange bobbit worm-like creatures emerging from the surface. They seem riled.
Banship?
They seem riled. But not exiting this region quite yet.
Hey, Onwon, you're gonna learn something about me. I hate this world we live in.
Welcome
It's
to
filled
life.
with- It's filled with things like this that want to eat me, and I just
They seem to not want to eat
Can't.
you yet. You've just roused them to the surface.
I can just if I waste my one fly, I try to
Yeah, this chamber is
fly.
about
Revive
it's
them.
like between 7 and 8 feet high at points, so you'd be able to just kind of reach out, get out of reach.
Let me see if I have any
So,
type of spell or something that can.
Wait.
Again, they are not heading towards you or anything. They have just been brought to the surface by the noise and the vibrations.
Oh, I wonder if I can have Zen point where I'm using Dimension Door, and we can probably get across from up there.
Because you can't see. Oh, side note, Zen,
has
do
the
you still
arrow.
Zen, do you still have the arrow? So you have 30 feet. You can just see
Onwon has the arrow.
You can see on one. You can see in the dark, inky waters just at your feet. These white little speckles of like reflected something wet and hard and long, reflecting against the light of the arrow. Just below the surface of the water. You can't, because they are completely pitch black with little white specks, so you can just barely make out the forms, even with the light, just because of that they are camouflaged in the darkness of the stone and the water at the feet of the at the foot of the cave.
I'm not liking that.
Yeah.
I think we should just fall back for now.
Are you guys
Yeah,
both
we
this is a very important side note. What are you guys wearing on your feet?
I guess boots. Yeah.
And then
I take
Anwen,
my
what do you?
shoes off before.
I'm sorry.
I would like to take my shoes off before entering.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check for me, Anwen.
That's a +1 if I remember correctly. Hold on, give me a second. Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
I looked down and saw. Oh my god, he got the same thing I got.
Wait, why did I?
You see nothing wrong with this line of thinking. Yeah, of course, because you'll be quieter that way, or something, right?
Rocks are slippery.
Yeah, that's true. Your feet, your halfling feet have the fur on them. It gives you more traction.
Isn't the fur on the top?
So you take your shoes off. I'm just gonna go ahead and make a quick.
How much does he weigh?
How much do you weigh?
I weigh at least 40 pounds.
40 pounds?
40
All right.
pounds?
Yeah.
Cool. Noted.
Would something with a strength of a +1 be able to like carry something with a that weighs that much fairly easily?
Can you carry a 40-pound child for a little while? I'd say probably if they were like helping, yeah.
Alright, so can Numa carry this 40?
The answer is no. Probably no. We have established that your swords cannot fly people places. They can assist with jumps, and if they have a means of flight or whatever, they can assist with gaining extra distance, but they cannot themselves fly people.
Just wait till I get Numa's strength to 20.
I was gonna
change your mind.
It is a +1 mod. What's wait? Their strength is 12.
Oh wait!
Wait, they're also wait. They're also with tiny objects.
It's a 6. Technically,
it's plus. So now it's a plus. No, actually it's 14. Sorry,
so
I forgot to increase their.
All right. Well, all right. So it's getting into a little. They have a fly speed, so technically they'd be able to carry a creature at half speed. Technically. But I also hate that ruling. When they are being held by a creature, they are not a separate flying sword, if I recall correctly. Is that how that mechanically works?
If it's being wielded.
If they're being wielded.
Yeah.
All right.
If it's being wielded, it's just that's the wording that I've used for it.
Well, it is. I will say it is a weird middle ground, and that's okay.
I wish I could.
I will grant you advantage. I will grant you advantage on stealth checks related to your walking and your navigation, if the sword is assisting you. How about that?
All right, I'll do that. Yeah, we'll. Anwan,
Specifically Anwan, because he is being lifted slightly above the surface of the water. We'll say his feet are able to get out of the water as name one more time.
Well,
you have
Anwan?
Halo. No. You have Halo, and this other
Numa.
one is Numa. Sorry, I really need to remember that. Numa, yeah, Numa. As Numa sort of lifts this halfling up. Oh, actually, you know what? Here, make a strength check for me. This can only benefit you unless you get below a 5. For Numa, Zen.
Is this athletics?
Do they have a bonus to athletics?
Yeah.
It's carrying something a certain distance, so I would say yes.
Okay. So it's proficient, so that's
How is a sword proficient with athletics? That's my question.
So, remember the basis of it is originating off of the Beastmaster one.
Yeah, I got
you.
So
based on that, you get to select 2 skills
of course.
in. So, I chose stealth and athletics for both of them to make it simple.
I got you, fam. Just roll.
So it's 5 plus 5 to it.
Yeah.
So 14.
I'd say you're easily enough able to carry him where he needs to be within 25 feet. I'll say for balance purposes, they have to end their movement, not carry the sword, which is a tiny object, if I recall correctly, has to end its turn not carrying someone or resting with the person on a flat surface. So you got to do the jumps.
Okay.
This is part of the assisting versus actually flying people around with a sword. Although even then, I'd say 40 feet. Okay, we've been doing this too much. Move your characters to where you want to be.
Oh.
You got tired of it.
Yep.
Since
I'm moving us along.
Let's just go over here.
Since we're stealthing, I'll say
Yeah.
I didn't travel as fast.
Yeah.
And
by the way, you guys notice as you're moving past this chamber, you look back and you see the sort of glow of the albino crabs on the surface of the safe, and they are like clacking their claws, and you see bubbles pouring out of their mouths. Like they are like trying to be intimidating as they see these things come to the surface or sense these things come to the surface.
They're afraid of. Oh, big sad moments.
Anyways, would you like to continue on to the east?
Yeah, fuck the scrubs.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Alright, go ahead and move yourselves a little ways. Yeah, just move yourselves in like 30-foot increments. Roughly. It's fine. Alright, and then the next area.
yeah, let's like
You
this
see
way.
more of those crabs sort of nipping at some snails, although a couple of them have stopped and are sort of in those defensive positions that you noticed before. You see another entrance, another sea entrance, slightly to the north of you. Zen, just going on your perception from before, I'd say you notice the slithering trail appears to come from this location as well as the original location that you had descended. So it appears there are smaller trails coming from this direction. So it appears some creatures may have entered from the sea, some slithering creatures at some point in the past. It's tough to tell with the bit of flowing water at your feet, but you're able to see some like pebbles and gravel pushed off to the side in such a way that you can recognize the tracks from before. And you guys do notice something over here, right in this little divot here. You see a little, like, kelp dome. Here, let me just... You notice a little kelp dome over in the corner here.
Can you ping it?
Seems to be,
It's
yeah,
right there.
yeah, right here.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, one sec. Gee, I sure would love if it remembered my shapes. So there's a little kelp dome over in this little alcove here. Move the thing. Move the thing. Move the object. There we go. Thank you. That seems to be slightly blocking off the passage there, as that narrows a little ways.
Have Numa cut it?
That
is
Numa
one
is good
possible
at doing
solution.
that.
Quite.
Yeah, sure. Numa will go here and make an attack on the dome.
Okay, have her roll to
Actually, put
hit.
me down.
Plus. Let me just double check, make sure I'm not saying the wrong amount. Plus. Yep. Is that it?
That does hit. Go ahead and roll damage. And remind me, what type of sword is she currently inhabiting? Is it Heart Piercer?
Yeah. Heartseeker,
Okay.
yeah.
Heartseeker,
Oh my
my bad.
glasses.
That's a plus 6. Alright.
Alrighty, so 14...
17
17 points of damage. They slash easily through the little kelp dome. You see bits of chitin and like goo fly out from within this sort of compacted kelp dome. As you see like eggs and beetles, like aquatic, not beetles, more like little isopods. These little albino sort of creatures that like
We invaded their
crawl
home.
out and rapidly swim away. Several of them were sliced in twain by
I'm okay with this.
by them.
Now I feel like a dick.
But now they
Smash
are
it more.
fleeing.
The fuck
Kill
is
more
wrong
of
with you?
them.
There are childs in there.
But kill them. Numa, kill as
Monster.
many as you can.
She begins to do the classic Zen floating blade maneuver of just fucking blendering these
You're a
creatures.
monster.
You see pale chitin flying in the air. You see little black eggs being tossed up and over and all over the walls, and it's just horrifying. Well, if you were one of these isopod-like water bug creatures, it would probably be horrifying. For you, it's very satisfying to see this potential threat be neutralized. They
I can't see this.
they rip and tear until it is done. Yes, you cannot see it.
Alright.
Well, no, because it's 30 feet.
Oh, no, I can.
Well, you're around the corner. I mean, if you stick your head around, you can. Because it's the light spell is 30 feet of bright light and another 30 feet of dim light, isn't it?
I think it's 10 feet of dim light.
Oh, okay. Well, either way. So yeah, you're able to
You
do
see
that.
something? Oh, it's actually 60 feet of blind sight. My mistake. Oh, it's because they have 50 feet movement. That's why I thought it was 50 feet. Alright.
Okay, no.
So yeah, let's check out this spot. So they can see
Alright.
essentially as much as I can see.
So as you proceed, you can't help but notice something to the north of you in this large chamber up here. You see a couple sea lions just chilling in the water. Here, one sec. I don't have an image for the sea lions yet, so let me just grab a sea lion.
Ah,
I look at Zen. Yo, can we keep him?
no.
Can I?
Why would we keep sea lions?
Oh no, just like them. Sea lions are nice.
We the only reason why we have all those sea
I'm sorry,
monsters
not sea
is-
lions, seals.
Oh, they're even
Even
adorable.
more so, no. They're gonna get clubbed. We can't take them with us.
That's so mad. That's so bad. No.
Exactly. That's why we can't take them with us.
Well, can we take the adults and keep the babies? We can feed the adults to the salamander.
No, this is where they live. I might be a blacksmith and not as nature oriented as others of my trade, but you still gotta respect the non trying to kill you creatures.
True,
Give me
but
just
we
a
do have
sec.
to worry about warning
Let me
on her.
upload this image. It's probably not
Your
going to
Jumbo
matter,
isn't an animal.
obviously, depending on whether you guys interact with them or not. But you see a sleeping pod of relatively large, actually, seals. These things are probably like, you think a little over 100 pounds, probably between 100 and 200 pounds. They're pretty big, pretty big creatures. There's 3 of them, 4 of them just chilling
I'm
in
just
a
gonna
sleeping pile.
leave those alone. I don't want nothing to do with that.
Sure.
They're just chilling. Let them chill.
It
If they try
appears
to
they're just
attack us-
chilling.
They try to attack us, then we know what happens.
Yeah.
We can all blame that on Siegfried.
We blame it on
Being right.
Siegfried.
That's right, you blame it on
Damn.
Siegfried. Is Siegfried here right
You
now?
got back sooner than
Yeah.
you said. You said you want to be back for another hour.
Siegfried, are you back?
I got picked up.
Oh, you got picked up. All right. Cool.
Aw, just for us?
Aww.
Adorable.
He does care.
So Siegfried, you are currently waiting on the ship, and because your friends were, Captain Dawnstar had pointed out, that's the, below Banner Island. Impossible to
you.
map due to its being below the label banner on all maps of the region. And I'm gonna go ahead and copy and paste you into the... so you get tired of waiting for your friends, and you notice a dark passage on a little island, and you go down it, and you end up in a cave. You guys hear the sound of wet footsteps. Siegfried, the entrance to this area is 5 foot wide and 8 feet tall at the tallest point. 5 feet tall at the narrowest point. Your salamander cannot fit in here. However, there are aquatic entrances. Would you like your salamander to find one?
I don't think it would be able to fit in the ones we've seen, at least.
Maybe in that
Isn't it
one.
like 20 feet now?
It is. But remember, it's, you know, a salamander. It's not like a gelatinous cube.
Alright.
Yeah, that could fit through there.
It's not 20 feet. Its face isn't 20 feet wide. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Think about it that way.
I'm confused. Okay.
Anyway, Siegfried, this place is pitch dark. Do you have any kind of dark vision?
He's
I
an
believe
awesome
I
guy,
do.
too.
Okay, cool. So
Same as me.
you can see the things that I have highlighted. You hear voices to the east within the cave.
I'm just talking. He's like, oh, why can't we keep the baby seals? Come on now.
No, leave them alone.
Siegfried, you
Just
hear
look
a
away.
faint slithering sound to the north, south, east, west, to the southwest in the cave as well.
Alright.
So yeah, Siegfried, you know your friends went in here. You're not sure where they are though.
Alright.
I'm sure glad Siegfried isn't here. He tried to capture those gross, disgusting creatures.
They're not
Siegfried,
disgusting,
just to
they're
give you
seals.
context, this is a pitch dark cave. There's about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of water flowing on the floor.
Alright.
Appears to be flowing to the northeast.
Alright. Are we in initiative right now, or is it
No,
just
we are not in
free?
initiative. We are exploring a
Okay.
dungeon.
I'm gonna go.
But I will
this
say,
way.
Siegfried, you get to act first because you are new in the initiative. Or you are new in the exploration. So you get to decide what to do first. Pick a spot within 30 feet or 40 feet or whatever your movement is to move to. And I will reveal things as needed.
Right, move. Right.
Alright.
There.
Do you not have control of the character?
Okay.
Yeah, it seems you have control. Alright, you see there is an ascending slope in front of you. And that is just about it. Water flows down at your feet in your direction. Next up we're going to do is Anwen and Zen. What are you guys doing?
Let's search this way.
Continue to the south?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just.
Alrighty. And then the sword just does a big AoE look. Alright.
I see everything.
Basically. Yeah, so the sword is able to detect most of the things in this room.
Right, that's us.
Alright, the sword mentions more of those things over here. And then they'll point out to you where the danger zone is.
More of them?
I mean, they live here.
They mention there's more of them below the surface here. Not as many as the other area, but there's a couple.
Is there anything like of significance here, like how there was that chest in the other place? Or the
You
safe?
can't see anything notable. Would you like to investigate the area further, or sort of look around a little?
I'll do a quick investigation. Like,
Okay,
seeing
go ahead
if I
and
could
go
see
ahead and roll
anything.
investigation for me, just from a distance, we'll say.
Because my idea is that they're protecting that safe, so maybe they're protecting something over here as well.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Woof.
All right.
How the mighty have fallen.
You notice a couple of You notice another of those kelp domes from earlier, but you notice that it has been destroyed.
Good.
It is deflated in this corner. It is deflated, and simply does not appear to be
So they hatch.
I will say you're not sure if those things that came out, the little isopods, are the same thing as these longer black carapaced. Those little isopod things that came out were also kind of pale like the crabs. These things that... and you do not notice anything beyond what I just described because of your roll.
Yeah. Yep.
Siegfried,
Makes
you're
sense.
up. Or Anwan, unless you have an action that you want to take in relation to this.
Nope.
This information. All right, Siegfried, you're up. What are you doing?
I'm gonna move here.
All right, as you take a couple steps forward and you begin to ascend, you see none of these. You see a safe before you in the center of this room. And you notice a bunch of crabs sort of picking some of the, like, picking at the barnacles and the sort of moss that has begun to grow on this safe. This, like, 1.5 by 1.5 by 1.5 like personal safe that may have been on a ship or like could have been transported in such a way that it just seems to have been left here in the center. You see a bunch of crabs on top of this safe. I will allow you to do... Do you want to do anything else, or is that it for now?
I'd like to activate my ASMR ability, the Scourge.
That's very funny, given the
you doing
circumstances.
what?
So, you are a Scourge ASMR. This means that you can be the explodey glowy thing, right?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll give you this little icon here to indicate that. It's a 10-foot radius, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to do anything else?
No.
Alright, you have activated your glowy thing. You guys hear a crackle from the, a faint, echoey crackle, from... Come kind of northeast in the cave.
What's that?
Yep. That's
Yeah.
it.
Whoa, what up?
It is now Zen and Anwin's turn. What are you guys up to?
Okay, let's not go that way.
You could
I
if
wanna-
you'd like.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go around.
You're gonna loop around the danger zone?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
Without actually touching
Danger
it.
zone.
Danger
auto
zone!
Danger zone, auto zone,
Oh,
he
whoops.
says.
You
I've been
notice-
consumed by the darkness.
You
Oh, looks like
notice...
there's another path over here.
You notice a,
There was another one.
It's
up
a
here,
very
but I passed
narrow-
the sea lions.
It is a very narrow path, but you can
That's the line,
theoretically squeeze through. It's the ceiling there is only about 4 feet tall. And it seems to get narrower. It's looks uncomfortable.
Was this a path up here?
Was what a path?
Or in-
One sec, I can't
up
see
here
anything.
where the seals were? I assume that
On
was
the
like
map,
wall.
yes. On the map, yes, but
No. Okay.
yeah, let's just say that's under construction.
Yeah.
The seals,
so
the
do I
seal.
see
You
any-
didn't notice before, but the
Seals
seals,
are
the seals had
working on
hard
it.
hats on. And there was a big,
Yes.
there was a wet floor sign over by that entrance. You probably shouldn't risk it.
Hmm.
As you look down at the inch
So-
and a half of water, looking at your heels. This is the
do I
largest
see-
aquatic entrance that you've seen as well. This is likely the one that was in the center of the island as well. You notice.
The one that
Yeah.
what's his face told us about?
Yes, the captain told you about, that Captain Dawnstar mentioned.
So-
I will say you see similar sort of snails and the crabs in the sediment here. You actually see one of those isopod creatures actually in battle with one of the crabs, like right over on a rock over here. And you see the
I got money on the crab.
Yeah. Oh.
Haha, same.
All right. Well, now I have to roll for it because you're all right. First one's the crab. Second one's the isopod. So you see the isopod sort of like stabbing at the crab and sort of sliding its mandibles and sort of going for the crab's eyes and stuff. You notice it spit acid out, or some kind of corrosive material into the crab's face, and it begins to bury its head into the crab. You look away because this is becoming rather a gruesome example of nature at its finest.
I want to watch because I need more. I kind of wanted to keep watching because
you keep watching. It's brutal as heck. Nature is metal.
Nature at its finest.
Yeah.
Damn nature.
So, anyways, you have learned that these things seem to spit acid. At least a little bit. It wasn't like a deluge, but it was like a little shot of acid. Like its maw has some kind of acidic thing that it can.
Can I make notes of these? Do I have like a journal? I do not.
The answer is yes. As a player, anything you write down as a player, I'd argue you could have written down as a character as well. I'm not gonna
like
begrudge you for that.
I would like to write this down like a journal. They can spit acid.
Cool. You as a player, I would like to also physically write it down if it is something that you want to remember. Anywho, they can spit acid. I believe. Is there anything else, Zen or Anwen? Anything else you guys want to do? From this perspective, Zen, you're actually able to make out that there is more of the alcove past that destroyed sort of kelp dome. There's just a little cubby right behind it, and you see a sort of dark, low, squarish shape over there as well. About yay big. Reminiscent of the safe to the northwest.
I have an idea so it's a cubby, you said, right? It's not like so it's like a hole in the wall.
It is a slightly extended segment of the chamber that extends back. Yes, it is a narrow sort of slot in the... Yeah, you wouldn't be able to walk into it, but you could reach into it. That's the best way I could describe it for you.
Alright, good thing we have a halfling. Tiny man. Alright. That's us.
Alright, Siegfried, you're up.
I'm gonna take out my flame tongue sword.
Okay. Will you ignite it?
Yeah.
You ignite the flame tongue. The fire crackles along the blade and steams as the condensation is removed from the blade from this moist interior. As you step to here, you begin to hear. You notice the water in front of you writhes and bubbles and almost seems to be like there's something thrashing that is like shooting up from below. And you actually see this black, about like 8 to 10 inches long, chitinous body shooting up and out of the water and like moving away from you.
Damn, everything's easier for the scourges, huh?
You see another one just rise out of the water and just die as your holy aura
dies.
radiates against it. You see several others begin to rise out of the water in the area around the safe. As they have taken damage, all 10 of them now are there.
10? Jesus
I
Christ.
said 10 earlier. Siegfried wouldn't know, but I did say 10 earlier.
I'm gonna towards the safe.
It's like, oh no,
you're just
Carl's
beelining
dead.
for
Carl,
it.
He let early retirement.
Question: when do they take the damage? At the end of your turn?
At the end of his turn.
All right. I'll say you go and then they go. Is there anything else you would like to do? You can see these slick, chitinous black with white speckles, and the white speckles are the only way you're able to easily distinguish them amongst the dark water. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
I'm gonna activate rage.
Alright, you are now raging.
I'm gonna end my turn.
And you're gonna end your turn. This one dies.
He's a mad boy.
This one, I believe, dies. Whoops. Come on. Do the thing. Just out of range. Just out of range.
Carl and Steve
All of
died.
the
Oh,
crabs
no.
that were sitting on this, all of the crabs that were sitting on this, safe die. They pop
Oh,
as the
no.
radiant energy sears into them,
You monster.
sadly.
They had a family.
Yeah, it's
Killed
a
the
little
family too.
it's a little brutal,
He
but you know,
killed the family
that's
too.
nature. Next
That's
up, I'll
nature,
have
he
the creatures go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one can't reach you. 7. All right, so that's gonna be 7 attacks against you.
He's fine. He's Siegfried.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Yeah, he's fine.
What is your armor
that's
class?
That's a jumping.
What is your armor class?
17.
Oh, 17. Damn. All right. So, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the 7 hit.
So 1 misses.
Wow.
Okay, so that is 6
So these things
hits.
got a +5 to hit.
And say again?
Oh no, I was just doing the math. So these things got a +5 to hit.
Yeah, literally, it says it right there.
Yeah, right there.
So that is 6.
Oh shit.
So that is 6d6. And there's 6 of them? So 2 times 6 is 12.
60. Yeah. What
Okay.
math do you know?
That's piercing.
What type of damage is this?
That's slashing.
Alright.
That is slashing damage as their mouths, this black chitinous mass pulls back and reveals a flower of like rows and like
Just show him the picture.
yeah. I'll just zoom in the picture for you. Imagine this, but it's in the shape of like a fucking like a flower of teeth. Do you see the creature before you?
Oh, I do. And that's disgusting.
Yeah, they're bobbit worms. They're the fucking worst thing on the face of this earth.
So, does damage round up or round down?
Always
Up.
round up. Always round up, because it can't be 0 from 1, I think. Anyways. Sorry, so 34. Or no, 36, and then round down. What is that? Something.
It's 18. You take 18 damage.
Alright, and then you take
Acid damage.
a little bit of acid damage. Yep.
Says a little bit, but I don't think it's a little bit.
No, don't worry about it. It's just another 66.
I mean, it seems like they'll all immediately
All right.
die.
And then they take
next turn
23.
'cause they
You
die
take
from your
23
teeth.
acid damage.
Alright.
As their maws appear to have this terrible corrosive, digestive fluid that seeps into you as it
He said fluid.
as it pierces into your flesh of your calves and stuff. And the water around you is writhing with all of these like 8 to 10 inch long serpentine black chitinous bodies. They're bumping up against your legs and scratching your legs and biting. And you feel the burning of your skin against the blades of the I guess teeth pincers. Pincers would be a better description. Incisors? No.
So do we hear all of
Whatever.
this?
Mandibles. That's the goddamn word. You guys hear a lot of splashing coming from Actually, you hear the echoes of some splashing off in the. It's a ways away from you. Keep in mind.
Oh,
Yeah,
those seals must be getting into some issues.
Yeah, probably.
Have the
Wow.
right
Uh,
permits.
you
Those
don't. You don't.
have the right permits.
You don't know. Anyways, next up in the turn order is. By the way, we're just gonna have it be Siegfried, terrible worm monstrosities.
Yep, and then us.
All right. So Zen, Anwen, you guys are up. What do you do?
Yeah, let's
Um,
continue.
Do you
so-
wanna?
You hear
wanna
some
check
ambiguous
that-
splashing noises. Siegfried, have you made any noise yet? Have you you entered rage, so I don't know if you started shouting.
Yeah.
You heard the roar of Siegfried entering his rage, coming
I would
from
know that roar anyway.
yeah from the
Oh,
from
those
the
poor
northwest.
seals.
I feel bad for this.
From the northwest. It is
See, I told you.
for you, Zen especially. It is rather distinct coming from the northwest.
Damn. He must be fighting those bug things. He's Siegfried. He'll be fine.
Yeah,
If he
pretty
needs
much.
help, he'll call for us. Do you wanna check? Do you
Let's
wanna check
continue.
this cubby? We can't reach him anyway. So, do you want to check this? You want to see what you could find in there?
And that cubby right there.
Yeah. Or we can try
there
to
was a
help
black
Sig.
square object behind the destroyed kelp dome.
I think I want to go over here because I'm not gonna risk that.
You'll have to swim over. Oh, one sec.
I don't. No. Because
Hey,
there's, like,
Siegfried,
a
how much
pathway
damage-
Right there.
Siegfried, how much damage does your aura do, by the way?
I think
4.
it's my.
Oh wait, it only does 4 damage.
Yeah. It does
1
half our level.
HP. 1 HP. Sorry, buddy. You know what? I'll say the first one is dead. You know what? I'll give you those two. But yeah.
Maybe we should go. So I mean, I
You don't
can't.
know.
Even, I mean, I
I can.
should we try
That's
to?
a pathway right here, right?
There is a path along the aquatic entrance that you could slide across. And then you do see a narrow tunnel to the southwest of this
Yeah, I
chamber.
can't even.
Like,
can't
Zen,
even
do you
reach
trust
if I
me?
want.
Zen, you notice a familiar track from earlier, except this one seems to be about 2 feet wide, trailing out of the water here and going down this tunnel.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. I think we're. That sounds big. That sounds
Considering
like
the
a
other
bigger
ones
version.
considering the
Look,
ones
if-
that you saw were about 2 inches wide.
Yeah.
If you
and
don't
That's-
like
Siegfried,
10
I'll take
2
your,
inches.
I'll take your
Sorry?
sword, and your sword can guide me.
I mean, we don't. I mean, I guess. I
Why?
guess I can make it here, and I could shoot with my bow.
Oh, you dash quickly up.
Oh, actually, no,
how
I
did-
can't.
You
I
can't
spent,
because you
I
dash.
spent
Also,
my
how
action
did
and my
you do
bonus
that?
action. I can double dash.
But
As a
you said-
ranger?
Yeah. At 8th level, I get a fleet of movement or fleet of foot, and as a bonus
Oh,
action,
cool.
I can dash.
I thought that was just a
And
rogue
then-
thing. All right, cool.
No,
And we'll be coming with
And Anwen, where are you going?
to the. I'm gonna slide over to the other side.
All right, so that is where you go. Are you gonna dash anywhere? You
Yeah,
could
to
get
just to
another
finish the
25 feet
across.
if you want.
Yeah.
All right, so you
just
get
to
over there.
across.
All
30
right,
more feet. Let me see.
and
What does
you
Numa
have the
see?
light, so. Yep.
Oh yeah, you can't understand Numa, but what can Numa see? Numa won't be able to tell you, but
Jesus.
well, Numa can emote, kind of like.
I mean, it's a
Points and
sword.
shit. Yeah, so.
So it can-
you'll-
it can
you'll
make
only
so-
have to.
It can make sword noises.
Clean, 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 clean,
Yeah.
clean, clean. Morse code. Understood.
There you go.
Ooh, I should
Uh,
teach that to them.
Numa thinks there may be more of these things, to the north, but I mean, I don't know how she would convey that to him. I'll just give you a heads
Would
up.
it just put like go slowly in the water and draw a circle in there, and then point upward?
Sure. So the Numa conveys the direction of the threat. Is somewhere into. She's pointing into the wall essentially. So you think there's a chamber somewhere beyond, maybe, or something. You can only see up to this point, where the curve bends around, and it is narrow in here, but for you, it is not a problem. It's a little claustrophobic, especially with the water at your because the water is flowing towards you from here. So you got an inch and a half of water just flowing in your direction at your feet. It's a little awkward. By the way, Zen, you see before you. Okay, so we'll just do the initiative in the order that people, I guess, did their things. So we'll do Sig, the worms, Zen, and Anwen. Is this acceptable to everybody, or would you like to roll?
Yes, I'm
I'm cool with this.
All right, cool.
No worries.
I just wanted to double check. All right, so
Makes the most sense.
yes, exactly. Yeah, top of the turn order is Siegfried. Siegfried, you're up. You get the feeling that those two that you killed with your aura before may have been sick or something. You notice one of their
They're
mandibles was.
diseased.
You notice one of their mandibles was clipped off by one of those crabs earlier. You think?
Damn, those crabs
Yeah.
were troopers.
I had my crab.
Well, you don't know if the one that fought has survived.
This is like a.
Oh, your crab
Uh,
is pissed right now. By the way,
You left it for.
it feels like it's
ages.
been ignored for months.
What is that? It's like
You
like
never
war.
dropped off your crab anywhere, right, Siegfried? You just had it
Oh,
on your
I-
shoulder this whole time.
I left it at the
The mansion, right?
What? Oh, yes, I understand.
the salt
Okay,
mine.
so
It's
yeah,
being,
so
it's probably happier there. It's probably fed like.
I wonder if little puffs eat these things.
cough, cough, maybe, and cough, cough, no. You don't. Hey, wait a minute. I didn't even think about that. He does have a very strong beak,
Yeah.
and he was talking about centipedes on the ship. Anywho, Siegfried, what do you do? Do you kill anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Kill everything.
Burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby, burn.
So when you make your first attack, I'm gonna swing 3 times, and on my first attack, I'm gonna reckless attack.
Are you doing a frenzied rage?
That he doesn't have to do. Oh,
First
your
3
reckless
attacks I
attack.
do.
Oh, your reckless attack. That affects all of your attacks. It's
Just
just at your
it
first.
says the first one. It says
No,
when
but
you
it's
make your
you
first attack.
decide. But it affects all the ones you make that turn. I had the same. I made the same mistake.
Also,
when I made
that's not important right now. Yes, first of all, Siegfried, yes, you have advantage on everything if you're reckless, but also the enemy has advantage. And also, are you
radiant?
frenzied raging, Siegfried?
Yeah.
You are, okay. So keep that in mind, because you do get a point of exhaustion after you finish raging.
I know.
That's a big radius.
So swing 3 times.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit 3 times. So this is swing, swing, bonus action, swing.
Swing, 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 swing. Dun, 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 dun.
So first one.
Excuse me. What's 5 plus 7?
12.
12?
Yes.
That
You
is
just
just
spin to
enough to
win.
hit these things.
Mhm.
As they have a 12 base. Yeah, let's go with that. Yes, you chop, wait, this is, wait. I noticed, was that wait, Siegfried, how are you rolling this?
This is the first
Going
attack.
Okay, so hit.
Alright. Do you want me to roll the rest of the attacks or
You
damage
don't
first?
need to, your modifier kills them.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Big
roll the rest
kills.
of your to hits.
But what about his radius? Cause
We'll get there.
That's
okay.
It's
Hit. And hit. Okay.
Oh,
You kill
think
three
they'll
of
survive.
you kill 3 of them instantly.
right.
The ones closest to you. And then at the end of your turn, all of these ones take 4 points of radiant damage. You see the chitin crackle and glisten under the radiant glow of your of the light that is exploding from your body. Siegfried, do you take damage from this?
I'm not sure.
yeah. You take the radiant damage, but you take half because you're resistant.
Right.
So you take 2 points of radiant damage. These things appear to be sad. Siegfried.
Big sad.
Siegfried, are you bloodied? Are you below half HP?
Oh, have. No, not yet.
Okay. The creatures
Yeah.
attempt to burrow away from you. You can do an opportunity attack on one of them. The rest of them flee.
All right. Nope.
Sadly, you do miss, and that one is able to flee as well. Alright. The safe, now, a little bit cleaner because all of the organic material off of it was seared away by the, radiant rays, appears before you. Undisturbed. I believe that is your action and everything, right? So Zen, you're up. Zen, you notice all of the water around Siegfried that was roiling with these 8 to 10 inch long black chitin worm creatures stops roiling as he slices 3 of them in twain, and the rest flee after the burst of radiant energy explodes out from him.
I'm going to move over here. Hey, I don't have a lot of access to it, but I do have access to some healing spells. You interested? You look a little burnt up.
You say as light is exploding from his eyes and mouth and searing into your flesh.
I'm used to it.
Yeah. Let's just take a moment to step back and just think about that and how, like he looks pretty scary right now, Siegfried, with, like, his face and skin crackles with radiant energy that flows from his eyes and his mouth. And then
It's like
you just casually approach.
Wakens the Avatar state.
Yeah.
I see this all the time. It's whatever.
Exactly.
So yeah, do you want some heals, or should I try to get into that chest?
Siegfried,
This
you
is
are
my
raging.
chest.
You are frenzied raging, and you can barely communicate, but you're able to get a basic command off.
Mine.
What? Are you gonna be able to get it? So do you want to be healed or not? I'm asking you a question.
You can answer simply, Siegfried.
No.
There you go.
Well, peace seems fine. That was a waste of time.
Indeed. Do you want to move?
I'm gonna go. So I just moved.
You have a bonus act.
30 feet.
You have all your movement shit.
The new guy said that he was gonna go, that way, which I believe is gonna lead this way.
Mm-hmm.
So you could try grabbing that chest thing. I'm gonna try to get a vantage point.
Looks like it might be a little heavy, but you feel like Siegfried could probably, if anybody could do it, it's probably Siegfried. Thing probably weighs like 100 something, maybe pounds.
We can empty it later.
If it's solid iron, then yeah, it would weigh like between 80 and 100 pounds.
All right.
Siegfried could do it.
Yeah,
The other 2 of you, I'd argue, probably couldn't.
So I'm going to move up here.
Okay.
Can I make a perception check to see if I can see anything?
Well, first,
danger?
How far can
So I
you
use my
see?
bonus action. 60.
60? Yeah, you can
Yeah.
see it. You can see it. Curled up in what used to probably be one of those kelp piles, like a large kelp pile. But now you see resting within this tangle of kelp and little white exoskeleton fragments all around the room. And the what appears to be a much larger exoskeleton. What used to be a much larger exoskeleton. One sec.
It's a big one, right? The big one.
You better fucking believe it is. One sec.
It's my turn, right?
No, give me a sec.
Not
Give me a
yet.
sec.
Okay.
I still have my action.
Oh, you do. Give me one sec. I will say it is in the darkness as well. You said
60 feet.
okay. Do you have?
Also, the area behind me is very bright.
That's true. Well, how far does the radiance extend from his glowing form?
So
I think
10
the
feet
light-
for its searing, and then 10 for another 10.
So it's not a massive. It's like a. Ironically, it's like a candle. It's very intense, but it's not like, bright. Or no, I should say it's very bright, but it's not bright for. It doesn't light up a large area. You see resting amongst the
That looks disgusting.
That's even more disgusting.
yeah.
It's
just
right next to me.
It's just current
Why did you have to make it bigger?
because I wanted to show you the misery.
Oh,
So look at how long that
disgusting.
thing is
how
as a
does it
side
look
note.
slimy?
This thing is probably 100 feet long, but it's only 2 feet wide. This thing is immensely long. Like,
This is so slimy.
it's wet. It is wet from the sea. This thing is covered in what appear to be very thick, dark, jagged plates of chitin with white stripes, and sort of like, it's almost like, not lightning bolt, but like a sort of like star-like white stripes all along like the edges of each chitinous plate. And you see its face is just a folded in tangle of what is probably much just too many. No other. You look for a second. You can't see that end. Instead you see resting facing your general direction. The flower of mandibles that will open when it appears to become hostile. You think?
All right. So, do I see anything in here that I would want?
But it is just waiting and resting. In this specific room, you can barely see so you cannot see the ground beneath the creature. It is complete. There is so much length to this coiled up, tangled up creature. And you see the legs slowly like twitching, and this thing has legs along the entire 100-foot length of its body.
We can see that.
That just sort of move and slightly slither, ever so slightly. It's mostly still, though, and just waiting. And it is looking in your direction, Zen.
Can it see? I'm going to back.
I should say it's facing your direction.
I'm going back.
Yeah. Zen,
okay, so...
given your experience, is this something you would have a phobia of?
I feel like I'm starting to get one right now. At it.
I wouldn't say...
Because I have one of those for these in real life. Just as a side note for our lovely players, these things are the fucking
Why?
worst. Which is why they make
I'm gonna
such good
go up
D&D
to-
monsters.
I'm gonna go up to Siegfried and
Are
be
you
like,
gonna go
yeah,
all the way up to Siegfried?
you're right. Forgot about that. So yeah, Sig, you better either open up that thing or take it with you. We gotta go. There's another chest that I'm gonna grab.
Siegfried, that command
we're
is
not-
awfully complex.
He can understand me.
Oh, he can
doesn't-
understand you, but he's also
he doesn't
frenzied
have to
raging. He is frothing
doesn't have to-
he is frothing out the mouth and exploding with radiant energy. I don't
Um,
So just to specify, I
alright.
haven't really been I haven't been making rage a big deal, but because rage, I'd argue, is not a big deal. Frenzied raging is like frothing at the mouth, like barely in control. Like you can do one word responses and like simple, like, yeah. Or I should say communicating is difficult.
all right, so I'll say this. Open, grab, big, nasty worm that way, and I point.
Want me to open a big
Yeah.
nasty worm that way?
All right, I'm leaving.
You're not sure? That might be what he's saying.
I can't deal with this right now. This is one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Money?
What about money? Wait, what?
Food?
Did I get disconnected?
No, you're on.
Oh.
He's just
Oh.
doing his thing.
All right, well, let's hope the new guy doesn't die
I'm
with
sorry, I was
Numa.
screaming.
All right,
Yeah, that makes
That's-
sense.
he doesn't see it though. You don't
No,
know.
I was stretching and screaming.
Okay.
Nice.
Good, I stretch.
I'm gonna telepathically tell Numa, do not get seen by that thing. It's the worst.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
I just look at Discord because I got a notification. For a second there, I thought it's and it says something. And I was like, wait, what?
All right, it's on you, Anwan.
Alright, I'm gonna move 25 feet over here, and then I'm going to move another 25 feet from action.
All right, give me one sec.
Which is right here. No. Right here. Just can tell that's a curve right
One
there.
sec. What would the you know, for a second, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm fleshing out important statistic stuff right now, just for when you like if you need to fight it. And I was thinking, oh, is this a beast or a monstrosity? And then I thought about it for a second, and then the decision was instantly made. No, it's a fucking monstrosity. These things are the worst.
No, make it an aberration. No,
It's not
I
an
chose the wrong
aberration.
one.
It is sadly
Okay,
not an
Jeff.
I
aberration.
chose monstrosity. Huh? What'd
Actually,
you say, Sig?
Said make it dead.
yeah, that would be cool, wouldn't it?
God actually smites it because he doesn't like it. No.
We were gonna go fishing. We were gonna
the
go
light
meet the
source.
god of fishing. Instead, we meet his bait.
I mean, oh, that's an interesting concept.
It's a giant sandworm, but yeah, it's a giant sea sandworm. Because that's
Alright.
literally what sandworms look like, just like brown, and they don't have as many mandibles.
And the 30 feet. Just
That's a
barely.
wall, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm just still
So
measuring out
why would
30
you want to?
feet.
Why would you want to get there?
There it goes. Jesus Christ.
Can you get rid of this black stuff?
Huh?
Here.
Yeah, I should be
Can
able
you
to
get
see
rid of
like
this?
right here.
Oh, sorry, because
Nu-
you're moving, and then
And Numa can 100% see all of this.
yeah, okay, sure, why not?
Okay, so there's a path there.
And
Mhm.
as you come forward, Anwen, you notice that this area, It appears that something had burrowed through here and knocked over several rocks into the path. These 4 squares are difficult terrain.
Can Numa see anything under or around the thing that would be nice?
Numa
Yes.
has. I'm going to be. Alright. Roll a perception check for Numa. Even with blind sight, I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot of shit.
I can do
right
it with disadvantage if you want.
I was about to say probably with disadvantage.
Alright, let me just double check there. I think it's it's plus
there's
0,
a lot of creature there.
Plus 0, so it's just 2 straight rolls. Let's go, girl.
Nice.
Oh, so close.
18? Oh no, it's
you hate to see
no,
it.
No, that's right. It's a 2. So she detects. You hear in your mind telepathically, "Fuck no."
I agree.
Numa tells me, draws, it says, "You that way, don't go."
Turn around. Numa, turn around and go back to that other place.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
Numa
that
just
box
Numa
and
just
leave.
draws in the sand at your feet. Nope, in all caps with an exclamation point at the end.
Okay, we'll just go the other way, not to the rocks.
Oh, is there anything here, or is it just a path?
Also, I'm sorry. Anwen, you moved to there?
No, I had the vision. Ah, shit, that's a big ass fucking radius.
Give me a minute.
It probably has tremor sense.
Yeah, no, you're good for now.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Is there anything?
Well,
in
no,
this
because
area?
if
like
it. All right, so Zen, you were within 50. How close did you get? 50 feet or 60 feet from it? Where did you stop? You were here?
I was at like the first one.
You were at the first one?
I was like here.
Okay, so you were
like on top of it.
Yeah, you were just outside. It's like a detection. No, because 60 feet to. Okay, it has 60 foot and then 30 foot. Okay, sorry. You're not within 30 feet of it. You're.
Oh my god.
You don't feel it. By the way, Anwen, you have very little understanding of what's going on right now. You have
I feel like
not seen these things up close at all. And apparently there's a nope. You don't know about the big one yet.
Currently,
you just know there's something bad.
Currently, Numa is pointed towards you and pointing at you, like, go that way. Like,
and Numa has also indicated that there is a danger zone up above you as well.
Numa just writes down and says, "This upward, slightly okay, but still no."
Sorry, did I knock myself out of initiative here?
It's currently, it would be Sig. But yeah, that would be Sig now.
Siegfried, you're up. Because Anwen, you did your turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
Wait, maybe the salamander can eat this thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, maybe if I get Siegfried to get his thing.
I'm gonna try to get into the safe.
You have explored these chambers, and you think there are several points that the salamander might not fit through. That maybe could probably squeeze through. Maybe.
You know what? This isn't very salamander friendly.
I just want to claim this island and make it something.
No, you don't. That
I'm sorry,
sounds like
tame
an awful
what?
idea.
I was, but now I changed my mind.
See, okay, are you talking about the monster?
No, he said the island.
Interesting. Curious. I mean, you could still do that, but you'd have to get rid of the issue first.
Yeah, I know, but then I said I changed my mind. Nope.
This is their home. This is theirs.
This is theirs. They can have it.
Can I scare my players away just with an image of a creature?
Maybe.
Hey, I haven't.
I apologize. That's not okay. That's not fair.
Cool.
I'm sorry. That's not fair. Because these things are actually horrifying.
Like, and there's no reason currently for us to explore this area.
Of course,
I didn't see
no reason at
anything.
all.
Numa didn't see anything. So getting low sounds about right. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go here to take this thing, and then I'm outie. 9,000.
Sounds
Who's
good.
gonna try to get into this
Sorry,
safe?
so top of the turn order, Siegfried.
Try to get into this safe.
You're gonna get into the safe?
Yeah.
Okay, you go to open it up, it is locked. It has a big dial on the front. You could take some time and maybe, like, either test your lock
Hit it till
picking
it
or
dies.
sort of...
He's gonna break it.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack roll for me. This is going to be very difficult.
Plus,
With your giant flaming sword.
Wait, so if I frenzy, is it that? It's for that turn, right?
No, it's for
No,
like,
it's for until the rage ends, and then when the rage ends, you get a point of exhaustion.
Oh, he's gonna frenzy.
No, you're still frenzying, yeah.
you got a nat 20 in
That
there.
is a nat 20.
Damn.
Alright, so the nat 20
Continue.
hits. All three hit, actually. All three hit, as this is an iron object and it has an AC of 19. All three of those hit. Roll damage.
It's gonna be 12d6 plus what is your thing? Plus 18?
Remember, you don't double modifiers.
Oh, I forgot crit too. Oh, so that's 18 plus 16d6.
So it's 2d6 for each hit. So it's 2
No,
4
46 because the fire
Why?
damage too.
Oh, fuck, the fire damage.
So it's
Oh, fuck, the
16d6
fire
plus
damage.
18.
Huh. Noted.
He burns whatever inside of it. Jesus Christ. Even the gold.
All right,
It's
so
the
so Siegfried,
open-
let's talk for a minute. How do you slice this thing in twain? Are you aiming for a specific part? Are you cutting the, like, how are you cutting this thing?
I just wanted to hit the door.
So you slice the door off. The front, you cut the safe in half. Or not in half, but, like, you cut the front of the safe off. Your blade strikes through it like a hot knife through butter. Sparks fly all over the chamber of the flaming steel on iron. The steel around the edges where you cut is red hot and actually droops slightly from the heat of the blow. This safe is destroyed and unusable. The contents inside, you see a satchel fall out, and it is tumbling into the water. Do you grab it? Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check for me.
What is that?
It's a dexterity based one.
0. It's just a d20.
It falls into the water and sinks down. You think you've lost it for a moment, and you actually have to take the rest of your turn searching for it to find it. Are you still radiant?
Oh, that was additional damage. That was another 8 damage.
Of
Oh, no,
course,
another-
of course, silly me.
I forgot about the radiant.
Does it? Okay. Hey, does that ability specifically say creatures?
I think so.
Yeah, so living
Uh,
things take the damage, I'll say.
oh.
It's whatever.
You can
Um,
deal extra radiant damage to one target.
Okay.
I guess
Whatever.
that is it.
You fucking... if you do any more damage, you're gonna blow up everything inside of it, too.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Anyway, so unfortunately, Siegfried, unless you have a means to damage yourself, your turn is gonna end your rage, searching for that
He-
satchel.
Didn't he attack it though? The safe, so doesn't that count for the rage?
Oh, he did. Never mind, your rage continues. You begin to rage search, and eventually by the end of your turn, you're able to find it.
Throwing water everywhere.
Well, here, okay, well, if that's... Alright, there is a consequence to the natural one. If the consequence is not dropping the rage,
could
then it
just be
is...
that he
You will
doesn't
be able
find
to
it this
you will be
turn.
able to find the satchel at your next turn.
Okay.
Safe is
We should've
open.
attacked
There is a satchel that has fallen into the water, into the dark, murky water, and it sort of sunk down. It rolled a little bit. You have to go search for it for a second.
That was
We're
the only
about to
thing in the
say-
safe.
Sorry?
It's the only thing in the safe. The satchel.
You look inside. There's a couple loose pieces of gold. You get 12 gold.
Right.
Were you about to say we should probably attack that thing?
There
Should
is.
have.
So Siegfried, you look inside, and there are what look like shadows of paper that used to exist within. But
Oh, he burned them.
yeah, no. I'm gonna have to. I apologize, my dear friends, but I am gonna have to say the papers are destroyed. Perhaps
can
the
have
thing within
nice
the
things.
satchel will give an inclination as to what the papers were.
Wouldn't the water save it? Because isn't it like half buried in there?
So it
doesn't
would
make
have if it wasn't a flaming sword coming down from above, heating it up and going through.
Ah, okay.
Or actually, you know what? You got a fucking natural 20. Siegfried... No, he cuts off the front. Well, okay. You know what? Siegfried, roll for luck. Roll for luck for me.
That's just
Oh, I love luck
a
rolls.
straight 20.
D20. 13, you're able to save one of the pieces of paper.
It just says "fuck you" on it. You
It
stole
said
my
it.
treasure.
The paper physically flips.
Sealed with wax. Oh.
Sealed
Is this
with
another
whack.
treasure chest?
Sorry?
I mean, is this another treasure map? It said that you wrote X.
One
No.
handwritten note.
It's
Oh,
not
wax.
sealed with
Wax.
whack. It's sealed with wax.
Oh.
Man, that shit is whack. Anyway, Siegfried, that's your turn.
Alright, so we're gonna go. Do you want to fight this thing? Really?
I mean, if y'all start fighting, I can just jump in from the side and just. Achoo!
I think we should because I think I'm too far away for.
If not, I'm taking the way back of the way I came.
I can
Yeah.
lure it over here.
I don't want
I mean, you would also be behind it, so that'd be advantageous for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if I start doing massive damage to it, it's going to turn. It's like, ooh, small creature, food.
Don't worry, Numa's there. Numa's gonna probably do more damage. If
You
we're
said you
being
didn't
really
see
honest.
anything.
Still.
Alright.
We could also feed this to the salamander.
I thought of that. Yeah. Alright. Well, I'm gonna say this. I'll fight
It is 100 feet of creature.
Yes, it is.
Wait, you said
Well-
it's 100 feet and it buried through here, went through this hole, came from
We
here?
also said it was
Yeah, it's
2
only,
feet
dude,
wide.
it's only 2 feet wide.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Never mind, my bad.
Alright.
But think
alright,
about that
fine.
for a second, though.
Alright. I'm
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
as a bonus action cast spiritual weapon.
Alright, I was gonna say, wait, Sieg, Zen, so Zen, this is your turn.
Yep.
Spiritual
bonus action,
weapon.
Cast spiritual weapon. Summon it.
Paste. Sorry, where are you summoning it?
Oh wait, I can only do it. Oh, you know what? I'm pretty sure that's exactly how far I can summon it. So great. Just great. Alright, I'm gonna do that. So I'm 60 feet away from that
And
thing.
is the spiritual weapon a floating object?
Yes.
Okay, it does not react.
And
Or
so
it raises
does it-
its
Just
feeler.
dash
It
it
raises its like feelers up in response to the magical entity approaching. But it doesn't move.
Cuts its
Yeah, what?
feelers.
Now, as a
What
bonus,
is it?
as part of summoning, you can choose to make an attack. Do you do so?
one sec. Siegfried was about to say something to me. What were you saying?
So keep my rage going, I might need you to step closer to me.
You need to attack something. Just
It
attack
is
the
make an
floor if you
attack
fucking
or
have to.
receive damage. Oh, speaking of which, Siegfried, did you
Oh
take
wait, you
damage at the end of your
receive
turn?
damage every turn
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
because of
true.
your light.
It is
So
a very good combo.
Theoretically, you can always maintain your rage.
Well, no, because it
while
only
you're
lasts
using
for a
that
minute.
ability. All right, so I'm going to.
Speaking
do that.
of which, we
So,
might want to
spiritual-
keep track of that at this point, because it's been, what, 3 rounds? 4 rounds at this point?
It's been 3, I think. So yeah, spiritual weapon. I'm gonna activate my divine soul. Just prepping, you know how it is.
Uh-huh.
So now I have my wings. I'm also gonna float up to as high as I
Can you activate your divine soul if you don't have your bonus action?
It's with an action.
Oh, cool.
And then as a
And
bonus action,
you can't fly very high. The chamber is only 7 feet tall, 8 feet tall.
I
On
just
this one.
I want to be above the ground.
Okay. You are how
And,
tall are you?
I'm 6 feet.
You are 2 feet above the ground.
All right, cool.
You realize,
And,
as a side note, you realize the radius, the diameter of this creature's body is 2 feet.
Yeah. So, and then my spiritual weapon is going to attack. It has a plus
All
5
right.
to hit. 16 hit.
You hear a loud hissing noise as the mandibles flare open, and it recoils away from the spiritual weapon, its entire body tensing up and coiling as it moves 30 feet in this direction.
Which direction?
As it is attacked.
Oh.
You hear a rumbling beneath you. Let me just go ahead and.
I might not see you though.
The small one, the small segment is its tail.
That was the last. That was the last time we saw on one. He died.
As it moves 30 feet from an attack that it appears missed.
So what is this thing?
Excuse me?
His
His
tail.
tail, he
The
said.
tail.
That's
This
the-
creature.
I thought
This
you were talking
creature.
about this was
This
its
creature is
tail.
100 feet long and it moves 30 feet per round. It leaves a little bit behind.
All right.
It's
So
still
did
there.
it move as a
wiggling.
reaction?
It was holding its action to move.
Oh, okay.
I'm in a
Yeah.
sticky situation.
Does Numa get a opportunity attack?
I think the answer is technically it's still within
I don't
attack
want Numa attacking.
range. Because technically
Numa-
its body is still within your attack range. Fuck it, sure.
No, don't attack it. I beg of
Wait, no, nobody gets an opportunity attack. Spiritual weapons don't get opportunity attacks. Here, sorry,
No, not the spiritual weapon.
Numa.
He's talking about Numa.
it moved towards
What did
Numa.
you say?
you. Yeah.
It appears in the rubble in front. Okay, so, how good's your stomach?
Numa isn't.
How good is your
Numa isn't.
how good is your stomach,
Numa
Anwin?
wasn't going to do it anyway.
Well, they
Numa's
wouldn't
gonna
be able
try
to because it is entering its space, not exiting its space. Anywho.
Yeah.
Anwin, you see emerging from the rubble, from below the rubble and into the chamber that you are in, the head, a flowering, bulbous, dripping fucking flower of mandibles, about
Stop
like
saying
3 feet.
Flower.
Sorry?
God, that's so disturbing.
Yeah,
The way you're
it's
describing
the
it
fucking,
works.
it's the fucking worst. Black plates, black chitinous plates are pulled back and pulling back against it. From this proximity, you can see like 10 or 20 beady black pupilless eyes within like the chitin, like behind the head.
God, he's gonna die again.
I'm not gonna make you roll a wisdom save. I'm not gonna make you roll for fear.
Hey, guess
But because
what?
this,
I'm just
you
dashing
don't have
away.
you don't have the status effect frightened, but It's the fucking scariest thing you've ever seen in your entire life.
Hey, 20 feet, and then moving, and then proceeding to dash.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
I
just a
figured.
nope moment. Nope, nope,
It's
nope,
a big
nope,
nope.
nope, nope,
Uh,
nope, 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 nope,
yeah.
nope, nope.
So Zen, I
Oh.
now understand what you were saying. I now understand what you were saying. Technically, Numa would have gotten a turn because it reacted to your turn. So now it is Numa's turn. We'll add in that. Zen, I now understand.
I don't. Okay, I don't. That wasn't me that was saying those things. That was Siegfried.
They were saying the wrong thing, but it made me remember the right thing, which is what matters.
All right, so well, it's already been decided that we're fighting this thing now.
Seems pissed.
I was not gonna take the opportunity of getting munched on.
Okay, so Numa can move through this space without getting an opportunity attack, correct?
Fuck! I gotta use banishment. Fuck!
Oh Jesus.
Okay.
Sorry.
I will.
Because it's still
Okay,
a
so
space.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You probably wouldn't have had the presence of mind to do so unless you would like to.
Your first instinct was to run away.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. So you can probably run back and think about that plan now, and consider that. But right now, fucking nope.
No.
All right.
So yeah, Numa can move through its space.
Not a
without getting an
hostile
opportunity
creature's
attack, right?
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna just say yes because it's not really in the space. Keeping in mind that
Also, Numa can...
it is burrowing up and down, like out of the
okay.
ground.
Okay. Also, Numa can fly anyway.
Exactly.
And it's a small size.
Yeah.
So Numa can attack it, right?
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna have Numa attack.
The
move
coils
outside
are
of...
like shooting out and emerging and curling and coiling around this area. It literally, as the round is going on, more and more of the creature transfers to the space that it's in.
All right. So Numa has a +8 to hit. I'm just gonna roll 2 attacks for Numa. I know the first one doesn't hit. I'm
and
guessing the second one hits.
Just barely hits.
All right. So
as the black chitin, it sears into the black chitinous plates. Roll damage.
And all right, so it's not a favored enemy because it's not an aberration. So that is 6 damage, and that's 2d6. So and then we add this, so it's 18 damage.
18 points of damage against this creature.
Yep.
All right. Also, I think. One sec. All right, I lost my place. Okay. You said 18 points of damage. 18 points of what kind?
3 of it was slashing. The rest was 9 of it was slashing, and 9 of it was force.
Okie dokie. I don't think you guys have had to deal with this yet, but
resistances.
Oh wait, is it a magic? It is a magical weapon though, yeah.
Yeah.
So never mind then. All right. So it takes 18 points of damage. You see the chitin seems to resist the strike until the magical properties of the blade, it pierces through, and it is able to strike true against the creature's body. Zen, you're doing a little bit of remote battling here.
Yep.
Yeah, because you can't.
I choose you, Numa.
Yeah, essentially,
you are spiritual weapon.
You are trusting that Numa will do the optimal thing.
I mean, I'm gonna try to cut it off.
Yeah.
Or something. All right, it's now. So is this thing? When is this thing gonna act?
It goes last in initiative. Was that just Numa? We did. Anwen did their turn. Numa did their turn out of order. The big creature is going to use its action.
switch Numa out
So
for Halo.
technically, one sec. Where?
Actually, maybe.
Okay, yeah, it has. Okay, got it. So it is going to go ahead and it has tremor sense, but it's not as, you know.
It's 30 feet tremor sense.
Yeah, 30 feet tremor
But
sense, 60
everything
feet dark
around it is
vision.
floating. Everything is floating.
Yeah, exactly. So it's having a tough. It's reacting and it's trying to be, you know, act hostile. But it also is having trouble kind of placing anything that isn't near it.
Well, we could really use that that ball thing right now.
Ball?
Oh, the ball that affects tremor sense creatures. Who has that?
I think Sylvie does.
Ah, nuts.
Sylvie.
All right.
Yeah. The Stone of Grand Footfalls.
I will say it was in this space when you ran, Anwan. I'm sorry. So it moves 30 feet to this space underground. This goes here. And then it moves 30 feet to this space. And that goes there.
So it can move 60 feet on its turn?
No, it used its action to dash.
So we can't cut it off anymore.
So you hear a rumbling from the from the wall next to you as you see a burst of wet sort of dissolving stone, and this creature's maw flowers open and just splits open in your general direction. Zen,
I can dimension door.
Siegfried.
Barely.
Zen, Siegfried, it appears to be leaving. So yeah, that's good.
I can dimension door. Barely.
It's fleeing? Wait,
Well,
the ship.
it's going away from you.
The salamander.
It's going away from you.
Oh, there's the salamander. I think and Huge. Huge will probably have a field day. Oh, it's gonna go into the water.
I can barely dimension door out of the way, not unless I wait.
Next up in the turn order is Siegfried.
So you said I had to spend my time finding the satchel.
Yeah,
right?
so you're able to now pick up. You have the safe. Oh, I'm sorry, the satchel. Yeah.
Alright.
Was that his action?
I'd say it's not your whole turn. You still have your movement, and if you have a bonus action, you can do that.
Okay.
You can move as you see fit.
Over there.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Anwan.
Yeah.
Did you have a special swimming thing or no?
No.
All right, don't worry about it then. I was gonna say, you know that that thing in front of you is technically an exit. You would just have to swim through, and then you'd end up in the river. Yeah.
Sticks, because it'll kill you.
Yeah.
Doing the same thing.
All right, Siegfried, that was the end of your turn, right?
I seriously thought the thing was gonna charge at me.
Next up in the turn order is...
It's me.
No, give me a sec.
Oh, I see. The babies.
Mommy!
No, don't ever do that again.
It was a mother all along.
I mean, it was obvious. No, that's where the thing I was gonna get is. Oh no, the seals.
Oh shit.
What
I
about
feel
the
bad
seals?
for the seals.
They'll be fine.
I wanted a distraction in the seal.
Anywho.
See, I told you we should have
Alright.
took those baby seals.
Don't worry.
So now these creatures, these ones specifically hear the big one moving, and they are gonna go ahead and you have no idea. So I'm gonna move these, and you guys can see them, but you don't know where they are.
Oh, what's going on?
Actually,
Oh,
here.
you're fucked on one. On one is
Aha!
30.
Dimension door! Fuck
30.
this, I'm leaving.
Anmon, at your feet, burrowing out of the walls, are several of these smaller worm creatures. Why does this keep happening?
I don't know! I'm asking you that,
He's
my
the
guy.
new me. He's the new me. This world hates him now. Thanks, new guy.
Anyways, that's their turn because they dashed. These ones haven't detected it yet. This one
Can I
has.
look up
Quick
wording? Can I
question.
use Dimension Door to get me to the...
It's not your
it's
turn
on
yet.
my
Zen,
turn
you're
yet.
up.
Does Numa see anything over here?
Numa
Anything?
now sees before her the completely destroyed, tattered remains of a gigantic kelp. What used to probably be one of those kelp domes that those acidic isopods resided in, and the giant corpse, like the empty husk. It appears this creature was partially resting within of a gigantic version of one of those isopods, like probably 5 foot long, like
But not like a chest or anything.
2.5 feet wide. And they do. Are they going to investigate?
I'm just saying, based on like what they've seen so far, like
What I
being-
have
like, there's-
described is the current depiction. There's a lot of kelp on the ground. There's a lot of like those skeleton. They're not skeletons, but exoskeletons littering. Like this floor is covered in shit.
Well,
Literally poop?
I'm here.
Eh,
I double dashed again,
double dash.
and Numa is going to attack the back half.
Okay. Slicing at the rear end of this creature.
And let's see. Oh Jesus, that's 2 misses.
Diggity dang.
Not Numa's day. And yeah, that's all I can do. Yep. Yep. So now it's
yeah,
your
that's
turn.
a shame. All right. Let's see. Next has been turned over to Siegfried. Siegfried, you're up.
No, wait, you skipped me.
What?
On one.
No,
Who?
it's on one. It
On
goes
and-
Siegfried, then me.
Sorry.
centipede then.
Numa is up, and then Anwan.
Um,
Is it on when or on Wan?
on one, we discussed this.
With an A. Okay.
On one. No.
Excuse me.
No one. He's
So,
gone.
On
can
one,
I
you-
look up and can I use Dimension Door to get me to...
You can use Dimension Door to do whatever you want Dimension Door to do. What is Dimension Door a place you have to see, or is it?
think it's probably a place I probably can be or been for 500 feet.
Just-
if I remember correctly.
What is the
Alright,
spell
500
say?
feet. Oh, it's a 4th level spell. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Misty Step. Yeah, you can you can actually go wherever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm going to the surface. That's my
Do you
cue
want to be on the
leave.
ship? You can
Uh,
be on the ship if you want.
Yes.
uh,
Oh, wait, my boots.
okay.
I left
Hey.
them at the entrance. Yeah,
You
no, I
okay?
got my boots.
You I'm gonna read the
Hey,
spell.
dummy.
You teleport yourself from your current location to any other spot within range. Range is 500 feet. You arrive at exactly the spot desired. It can be a place you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating the distance and direction. You can visualize the deck of the ship.
I will do that.
You can bring along an object as long as it's not outside the weight you can carry. You can bring one creature with you, but it must be within 5 feet of you. Your size or smaller. If the
Bring
place
the goddamn giant centipede thing so
it is
the lizard
not.
can eat it.
Sadly, it is not your size or smaller.
So,
Are
yeah.
you dimension dooring to the ship?
Yes.
Okay.
The,
One
the
second,
new guy
what's-
just ditched us. Well,
what's the distance
we see
on
We
this?
see where he stands.
100 feet. Yeah, so you could go like probably 50 feet, or like 25 to 50 feet up, and then like 400 feet out, and you could be on the ship. Yeet. You're out of there. You've escaped.
I am not dying this time. Don't fight it. Come to the ship. We don't have to worry about none of it.
There's more loot to be found, new guy.
Creature seems annoyed.
The baby's like, our food. It disappeared.
All right, is
I
that
don't
the
know
end
how
of your...
that lizard did
So
with it.
you are surrounded by, which ship did you hop on?
I went to the ship that I was basically decking, or I was steering.
Okay. You weren't. Yeah. Siegfried took control. Side note. So you're going on the ship that that Zalphos, 1 crew member, 2 crew members, and your new half-orc friend are on. You teleport onto the deck of that ship. Zalphos actually sees you appear, and you have a very disheveled look about you. Yeah. You're on the ship.
We need that lizard to go that way to eat the thing that's the thing of the thing.
Okay.
The salamander. Don't disrespect him.
All right.
No.
Here,
You
one sec.
coward. You're a coward.
I am supposed to be for far range, not close range.
You could have.
Why wouldn't you teleport
somewhere
to distance?
in the sky?
Yeah.
You left combat. You teleported out of combat.
All right. The lizard has a swim speed of 50 feet. And it is 200 feet away from the place where it has to be. So it'll take it 2 rounds. It'll take it 3 rounds to arrive. All right.
Is this a kaiju battle?
Yes.
If you wait 3 rounds, it can be.
Wait that long?
It waits for its babies.
Well, actually, it would only be 2 rounds because Jormungandr... Or no, it has to be 3 because you act at the end of this initiative. All right, top of the round. That was on... Oh, no, Big Bobbit. All right, the large creature... All right. Let's see. Let me switch back actually to the correct page.
I think Jormungandr is gonna have fun having a noodle for dinner.
Unless it eats him.
Welcome back.
It is currently being attacked, so it is going to move.
Wait, it's being attacked?
To the space that its tail occupied before.
Oh.
And it is going to attempt to bite at Halo, or not Halo, Numa.
Numa.
I have to go to the bathroom.
All right, have fun.
See, I was hoping that we could split its attention around by having multiple people, but someone just made its attention have to shift. You shifted aggro. You shifted aggro.
That's a 20 to hit, so that probably does hit.
Yep, 20 hits.
And that is 16 slashing damage.
Okay.
And 14 acid damage.
Oh, I see.
As the creature's maw slams down on Halo. And what size is Halo?
Small. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill On1. On1's dead. I hope you know this now, On1. You're dead.
Give me a sec. I have to figure out the whole thing for this again. I always forget to write down the type of swallowing that happens.
On one, you're dead.
Okay. Has to succeed in a dexterity save or be swallowed. Okay. All right.
Swallowing.
So yeah, go ahead and have him make a dex save in a moment. I am on another screen currently. I'm gonna look at his stats and decide on a DC. I'm gonna say. Well, that doesn't make much sense. I'll do it based on CR. Okay. I've decided on a DC for the swallow. Roll.
Alright, so...
Dex save for Numa.
So that's plus 6. Oh, sorry.
Wait, does it have
16.
advantage?
No, it's 16. It's proficient and all. I
Okay.
still had the 2.
And I
D20
apologize.
thing.
This would not be a swallow. I realize these creatures do not really do that particularly as much.
Is it like
perhaps.
prone or something?
And no, it's it is considered restrained or grappled or what have you.
If Numa dies, you die. I hope you understand.
It is grappled within the creature's maws. 3 of the.
So a 16.
Wait, no.
A
16 just saves. A 16 just saves. The blade is scraped by these acidic scythes that clamp down and attempt to hold it in place, and they just eke out of the way to avoid being stuck within the creature's rapidly approaching maw. All right, next up in the turn order is Siegfried. Siegfried, you're up.
Well, I can't come back now. I already used them.
Yeah, you can't. You just totally ditched us.
I will mention.
Bad teammate.
Never mind.
If Numa dies, you die. Hope you know this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna dash to right there.
Okay, go ahead.
I gotta change it.
I was gonna say the exit. Remember, is over here.
All right.
Exit don't matter. It got Numa.
Okay.
Now,
Sounds good. Siegfried, is that the end of your turn?
yeah. Take 2.
I take 2 damage.
Siegfried, you take 2 damage. Your rage continues. Siegfried, you have
4 turns.
how many rounds left? 4 rounds.
4.
That doesn't seem right. That was the 4th turn, wasn't it?
No, that was the 5th turn, I want to say.
Here, 1 sec. 7 remained. Zen. Wait, have people not been rolling? Has Zen been the only person rolling dice?
Yeah, I haven't really attacked.
Because we had to.
So then, yes, yeah. So what did you say it was?
I have 4 remaining.
I'll just take your word for it. Okay. Next is Jormungandr. Jormungandr will arrive in 2 rounds. Acidic bobbit worms.
No, it's my turn. Wait,
no,
do these
it
things have a
is
different
not.
initiative?
No, it is not.
So these things go after Siegfried?
Yes, they do.
I see.
As they did before, they still do.
Well, these are new ones. So
30.
I wasn't aware.
30. Nope, that's 35. This one can go, though. Alright. 2 of these things climb out of the walls and attempt to get in on the feasting party on this strange device that appears to be attempting to hurt them.
Can they reach? It's floating in the air.
How high up is it floating?
I mean...
I assume 5 feet.
Actually, this is a tunnel. The tunnel was short, wasn't it?
This is a narrow tunnel, so yes, they would be able to reach.
Yeah, so never mind. Never mind.
Oof. One misses, and one gets a natural 20.
Mm.
So still the same damage anyways, I guess, huh?
So it's 2d6 plus. No, it's 3d6 plus. Oh no, it's
Give me 1
doubled.
sec.
So it's 46.
Give me a sec.
It's 46 plus 2.
6 times 2, I said it was a plus 2 damage, alright. 2d6 plus 2, and the acid is also a die, so that also gets doubled. So they take 13 points total. Do they have resistance to anything or not?
Not to
As-
acid
Yeah.
or
oh.
slashing.
Okay. As one of these worms leaps out of the tunnel wall and slams itself into the blade of Numa at an angle that wouldn't hurt it. Its acidic maw grips down on the blade for a moment, its acidic teeth sort of scraping against the blade and leaving scorch marks. Or they would leave scorch marks if the blade was not magical. Instead, they just weaken the connection your spirit has with the blade. Alright, continuing down the initiative order. Checking range. That is 30 feet. That is 35 feet. This one begins to move in this direction.
Wait, so those things have 30 feet of tremor sense too?
That doesn't make much sense.
Typically, regular sized creatures have like 10 feet.
That's true. The big one has 30 and dark vision. These ones have weaker of both of those senses. They can definitely feel the large one slithering through the chambers, though. They begin to move in this direction.
Let this fly over.
These two
Wait,
stay
you
over
said
here.
large ones?
One.
The large one.
Oh, I heard plural.
Sorry, the small one's here, the large one. My bad. Next up is Zen. Zen, you are in the...
Yep.
Yeah. Are you keeping track of Numa's health as well?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, I'm going to let me just double check distance. God, my stupid. Oh my god. Do you guys know any way to make it so that my scroll wheel doesn't change the
What do you want?
No, I was trying to double check to see if I can.
Where are you trying to go? Where are
For
you trying to
some
go?
reason, I'm going to where the tail is, but for some reason my
Okay.
mouse is making it so that when I move over, it's shifting. It's really annoying.
That's 30 feet.
And that's.
And then you could easily get there with a dash.
Yeah, so I'm using my bonus action dash.
From what you understand... Oh. Yeah, you can do that.
And I'm flying, and
Sure.
so I'm as high as I could possibly be.
Alright, 2 feet off the ground.
And I wish I could be flying over here, but its tail isn't that far out.
Yeah, its tail is just barely sticking out.
And I'm going to attack it twice with the star piercer.
Okay. Go ahead, roll the hit.
Just double check. It's a +8.
Hit and a hit. 2 hits.
All right. So for damage, that's it's 10 plus 8, 18. And that's 2d6. Is that it? Yeah, because it's not an aberration or a humanoid. 26 damage.
Nice. A good chunk of damage. You strike one of the chitinous blade. And what kind of blade are you using again for this? Is this the one that leaves the afterimage, or?
No, the afterimage one is Numa.
Okay, so this is just a regular blade.
Yeah, I'm using the star piercer, so the scimitar with
Yes, that's
with
right.
the drill tip.
As you stab into this creature, it's 34.
I'm like,
Just doing math. Yes. You stab into this creature violently.
and this is also a magical weapon in case that matters.
It does.
Okay.
So. And you deal your damage.
All right.
Yeah,
That's all I
bits
can do.
of a slick blood trickle from below the chitin of the spot that you just stabbed. The blood smells extremely bad, like a very strong chemical smell.
All right, what should I do here? No, Numa can only attack, and I guess I'll have Numa attack the big one. Like the
Okay.
better chance we have. Actually, wait. This thing. No, it's gonna keep attacking Numa. No, there's no way it's gonna.
Numa sends a message to your mind indicating this is dangerous, but we can destroy it probably, right?
Only one way to find out.
Only one way to find out. Better me than you.
No, it isn't. Not in my book. So 22 definitely hits. So
Yeah, the second one does
damage.
miss though. So 1 hit.
Yep. So it's 6 damage, and then 2d6, 6, and so it takes another 22 damage.
Okay, 1 sec. Alright, takes another 22 points of damage as the blade streaks across and slams into its maw, drawing more blood. If your sword could smell, this area would smell very bad now. Kind of a little sulfurous, a little bit like cleaning agents almost. Alright. No, it wouldn't smell like cleaning agents. It would smell like jewelry cleaner. That's a better way
Acetone?
Yeah. Yeah, it smells bad. Very, very strong. Anyways. 22, 22, 22. My brain is with us. Okay, is that the end of Numa's turn? Numa indicates to you, I haven't seen it move too quickly without expending itself.
So Numa's going to.
The only problem is it can just burrow through the walls, though.
Yeah, but that's whatever. I'm gonna have Numa attempt to get away, even though it's several attacks of opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Numa try to flee.
Spiritual weapon is still there too.
Yeah, but the spiritual weapon can only move 20 feet a turn, and it's not like it can. Yeah, so I'm gonna have Numa attempt to flee.
Okay, go ahead and move her. Move her to where she would be. All right, and she does get 3 opportunity attacks. So.
Yep.
3d20. The last one's the big one. Yippers. Plus 9 to hit. So what's 5 plus 9 is 14. Her AC is higher than 14, I believe, correct?
It's 17.
So yeah, that is a natural 20, a miss, and a miss. The big one fortunately misses. But that same motherfucking small one that got the natural 20 before sees its opportunity and grabs onto the hilt of the blade and attempts to yank it down.
My only chance is if it rolls low for every single one, or no, yeah, Numa's unconscious.
Okay. As she takes 14 points total. As Numa clatters to the ground, you feel the spirit recoil and lose control of the blade. They're desperately trying to get it to move again so that they don't become delinked. but they can't seem to solidify the
Onward's dead.
connection. Sorry?
Onward's dead. Onward's dead, guys. I don't know
Next
what
up in
happened
the
to him.
turn
Looks like he
order
got eaten.
is on
Looks like
one.
he got eaten by a salamander.
On one. Zalphos hands you a margarita. And it's just like, so I was actually making these for when you guys came back with the treasure.
Zalphos is dead
no, we do not need that. We
Alphas doesn't
actually
know. Wait, we had margarita mix?
Actually, it was. You know, it's funny.
care
The Ooblex actually was quite a fan of exotic drinks. And actually, in the storage chambers, eventually you were able to dig out a lovely syrup and vodka mix.
Yo. Zalphos holding out on us. man.
Zalphos was in fact perhaps holding out. Well, because he got shoved onto the tiny ship, this tiny serial killer ship, so he kind of just kept it to himself. But he hands over. He hands you a sex on the beach. An orange juice and cranberry juice and vodka. Sorry?
I tell him, all right, we all need to head down there now.
Oh, he downs the drink and says, "Why? What's down there? Could you describe it for me?"
He's a coward. Don't tell him.
I say, it might be best if we just go down there. Just trust me on this.
Okay, I trust you completely.
All right, thank you.
He doesn't know him.
Zalphos,
He's
good
a
point.
trusting fellow, I guess.
Zalphos kind of eyes you up and down. Go ahead and make a deception check or a persuasion check for me, whatever you think is more appropriate.
Persuasion, I have a +6.
All right, go ahead. $14. Gonna roll a straight d20. Instead of a DC, it's gonna be based on his own
Roll.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay, and if I was to consider his insight, and you said this was deception or persuasion?
Persuasion.
Insight's wisdom,
Okay, so
and he's a cleric.
So then it would be yeah. So unfortunately, Zalphos mentions, unless I know what I'm going up against, I'll keep an eye out.
Going against...
I have my healing words at the ready. If I can see them, I will heal them. I'll stay on the shore. How about that? And he grabs another, I guess, rowboat.
I just tell all the people who can fight, follow me. That's it.
Huge. You shout out to the crew. Huge dives into the water and begins to swim. The salamander immediately begins swimming towards Huge. Siegfried, how far are you?
No, Huge, not...
What?
Siegfried, you are 400 feet away from the salamander. Is there a specific range listed for your connection?
No.
Okay. The salamander thinks to itself, finally, I have a chance.
I could have cast Flight on Huge so he could have the ability to, just get over there fast.
So, Anwen, you see the huge muscular man shout out, "All right, I'll go help our companions," and he dives off the ship. And you see the salamander in the water duck. You see the large 30-foot or something salamander that was kind of just resting at the surface of the water dip below the water as Huge enters the water.
Thought he was only one turn away. Did he go back?
Oh,
up?
I'm sorry. No, that's right.
I was about to say, I'm like, wait,
Jormungandr is not there. Jormungandr is not there. This entire scene was silly of me.
I was like, when did you...
He shows back up again. It stops heading towards its master, and it's just like, wait, now's my chance. I could eat them all. I'll say earlier, we'll say just for the sake of consistency, Siegfried, you had to mentally convince Jormungandr to not grab a snack on its way over. And you did so,
right.
We'll just say. I've just because of my own forgetfulness, and I apologize for that.
Puff was like,
Jormungandr will arrive next round.
No.
Okay, so. Anwan, are you doing anything as Huge dives into the water?
Yes, I'm gonna read. I could have used. No, he's not the same size. Probably might just dimension door right. Actually, I am. No, he's not the same size as me.
He is
Fuck!
actually significantly larger than you.
You
Not
are tiny,
huge.
bro.
I'm talking about the guy who didn't want to come
Nope.
with.
What, Zalphos? Yeah,
Nope,
he's
he's-
one size
yeah.
larger
He's
than you.
medium. Literally, the only person you'd be able to do that to is like little Puff, and not
And I'm
even
not
all the
bringing
time.
him.
And not even all the time, because sometimes little Puff is bigger than you.
I just want to double check something really quick. Because this could be funny.
Just.
Okay, Deinonychuses are in fact medium beasts. So
What?
don't worry about it.
Okay.
The Velociraptor does not appear,
Anyways,
which is
Anwan, is
guess
that the
I'm
end of your
going to-
turn, or are you heading towards the thing as well? Are you gonna hop on a boat? Hop on a
Can I use this is my last dimension door? I'm gonna use dimension door back.
You can dimension door anywhere in from the middle of the chamber, from where you were, like 50 feet to the left of that point, or anywhere to
Or
the
where
right
I
of that
last
point
left
that you
off
have
at.
seen. Oh, you want to go back to where you were?
No, I'm going to go right back here because I remember. Wait.
Ping it again.
Not point. I'm gonna go right back here.
Here?
Yeah.
Is that within 50 feet of that point? And it just is, yes. So,
that's not.
you cast Dimension Door, and you appear right there. You see before you the flying sword that had been helping you out earlier is dripping with acid, and several of the worms are descending upon this hostile intruder to their domain. You see that massive, just wall of mandibles expanded out, dripping with that acid, and you see now the creature is bleeding, the largest one, and you smell that strong chemical smell again.
Ah, that stinks.
It's for going from the ship to this. It is almost overwhelming for a moment.
Bad place, but alright.
It burns your nostrils. All right,
Won't be
Anwan, is
smelling
that
for
the
a
end of
while.
your turn?
Technically, wouldn't that also be like an action for casting spells, or can I use my platoon, my pack platoon, and pull out my some of my whip basically? Because I have no.
Is it
more
an
spells.
action to summon
weapon's
it?
a whip.
Yeah.
Then no, because you already used your action to cast a spell.
All right. Yeah. So I guess that's just the end.
Although I would
Tricky.
say, do you not just have it out?
No, I'll have it out then.
You just have your whip out. Combat was initiated earlier. I'm not gonna be. You're fine. You have your whip
Okay.
out.
Okay.
Also,
So,
you don't need to unsummon it all the time. You can keep it summoned.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
all okay.
Anyway, sorry. So you have your whip. Next up in the turn order is Huge. Huge has a movement speed of 30 feet, I believe. We said
But not underwater.
sorry?
But not underwater.
We said that he can go a little bit further than a normal person in the water just because he's so strong. So we'll say he has a 20-foot swim speed. So Jormungandr dashing took 3 rounds. So he's going to take 4 times that. So he is going to take 3 times 4 is what? 12? 12 rounds.
12 rounds.
Jesus Christ.
So
Let's hope we can hold his breath.
Yeah.
he's swimming at the surface.
I see. Okay.
I wanna
Also,
see his
you are
butterfly.
questioning which entrance Huge will be using.
I would say the
He just shows
biggest
up
one
to the
here.
other side of the cave.
Probably the aquatic one. Next up in the turn order is the Big Bobbit Worm. The Big Bobbit Worm immediately looks from its quarry before it up a couple inches and immediately dives forward.
I just attacked it, just to be clear.
Oh, you did. Its head is suddenly next to you. Here, one sec. It was here.
Hi. How are you?
Its head bursts out of the wall next to you.
Wouldn't it smell?
And yes, it smells
course it
extremely strong. All right. Okay, it's gonna attempt to hit you.
Fail. Please.
The monster's garbage.
I knew it.
Ah.
I knew as soon as I said fail, it was gonna crit. As soon as I said it, I was like, it's gonna crit me. As soon as I said it, that's why I said please.
Why would you say that?
Because
Fucking as
usually
soon as I
in
said it.
other people's campaigns, it
Let me
usually
double check.
happens.
As soon as I said it, I was like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that.
We should have kept
So
our
it deals
mouth shut.
3d6
Shut the hell up. You
slashing
ran
and
away.
4d6
And I
acid.
came back to not.
One sec.
That-
Sec. Plus 9 to hit. 3d6 plus 4 slashing.
Just so you know, I'm doing
and
absorb elements
4d6
on the acid damage.
Sure. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Is acid one of the listed elements?
After you said it last time.
Oh yeah,
You
sure.
listed off.
Perfect.
You were like, I think acid's the first one that's listed actually.
Oh, probably
'Cause
because yeah. Acid, cold, fire. Yeah. You're good. So just expend your spell slot for that.
Yep.
So now I have to roll the damage. It has 3d6 plus 4, or, well, here. Sorry. So 14 plus 9 is 23 slashing. Yeah, 23 slashing. And then 8d6 acid damage, and then 26
Which is
acid halved to 13 acid.
13. So it's 13 plus 23, so it's 36.
Yeah, you take 36 points of damage. And go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
I think I got a plus 9. Plus 8.
Don't worry, Zen. He's coming.
All right, and you are able to
There's
avoid
a
being
joke in there.
grappled by the creature's mandibles as they attempt to slice down and clutch onto you to perhaps pull you back into the hole that it made in the wall. Anywho. Next up in the turn order is Siegfried. You have 3 turns left on your rage. Or no, 3
Nice
turns,
tune.
and not on your rage. Your rage just keeps going. 3 turns left on your what's it called?
Scourge.
Yeah. Actually, do you have any kind of persistent rage yet? Because how long does rage last?
The same amount.
So a minute. So you activated rage the turn after you activated this, right?
Yeah.
Noted. So you have 4 turns left of rage. All right. So what are you doing?
So is the big one like out of the wall at all? Or is
Yeah,
it
it's
just completely in the
currently biting onto, or it. So Zen, you didn't get solidly hit. The acid is splashing onto you, and your equipment is taking damage from like the maw and stuff, but it hasn't gotten a definitive bite off on you. You get the feeling if this thing actually gets its bite on you, that will be the killing blow. Like, you are currently in combat, and it is exhausting you via combat until it strikes the final blow. Siegfried, that is what you see.
Alright. So,
And you can smell it. Oh, and as you approach, it gets noticeable. You're fury raging, so not too terrible. But are you going to strike at its head?
I'm gonna reckless attack.
All right. Reckless. Remember Remember that you are reckless till the end of the round, or I will try to remember.
Oh.
I've written it in the initiative. Go ahead and roll with advantage. Is this going to be 3 attacks?
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
1.
That's a miss. That's a hit, and that's a hit. All right, so 2 hits.
So it's
Go ahead and roll damage.
So it's 8d6 plus 20.
the attack, then +2, and then it's +8.
It's 8d6 plus 20.
So 6. All right. 44.
Woof! Big hit. With that, you actually carve off one of the chitinous plates that clatters to the ground. That was covering the left half of, or the, would that be its left? Its left half of its head, exposing even more eyes than you thought it previously had. That is a massive hit on it. It is bloodied from that. And let's see. Yeah, it is bloodied now from that.
All right.
Yeah. It seems a little pissed. And like I said, you did carve off one of its face plates as well.
I'm gonna end my turn, so it takes 4 more damage.
And it takes 4 more damage, 4 radiant damage. Zen, you take 2 radiant damage.
Yep.
Sorry?
I said yep.
All right. Next up in the turn order is Jormungandr. Let me grab him. Jormungandr uses the rest of his movement, and he appears in a space that can occupy him.
Wouldn't it just be in the water?
Exactly. Fuck. Come on, roll 20. Siegfried, you see behind you a large grayish shape rise. Its rough skin and slightly horned head now, or pointed head rise from the water behind you. You think you get a thought in your head, and that thought is, I can't really see in here.
Oh.
Or never mind, you're currently glowing. It's just like hit the thing glowing next to you.
Eat it.
It thinks happily. Alright. That's probably the end of its turn. It's not gonna dash or anything because it is still within range to hit if it needs to next turn. Alright. Acidic bobbit worms.
They dare try to attack Jormungandr, they're going to get eaten.
Oh, look, a giant fleshy thing that we can nom down on. Fortunately, Jormungandr recently got a pretty fucking huge upgrade, so this is going to be a lot harder for them than it used to be.
I mean, a huge update.
Yeah.
Get it?
That's 4d20. They have +5 to hit. Alright, let me grab the AC real quick. AC is 14.
So 2 miss.
2 miss, 2 hits. So that is 2d6 plus 4. Takes 13, and then that is just 2d6 straight acid damage. So he takes total of 21 damage. Yeah. Alright. Minus 21. It strikes against his carapace, and they are chewing through, but you know, while this would have possibly severely injured him or like knocked him out previously, his hide is so much thicker than it used to be. His entire constitution is simply much more than it ever was before. All right. Next up in the turn order.
It's the little.
It
Oh, that was the
is
little one.
Zen's
Right? So
turn.
it's my turn.
Zen, you are up.
All right. I'm getting pretty low on health, so I'm going to. Oh, I only have the acid damage for one turn, but.
And I believe that is over now.
No, it's this turn. It's for my next
It
attack.
acts at the end of the turn. Or is it until the end of your next turn, it says?
The end of my next turn.
Okay, so that's now.
Yeah, so, I don't screw the action. I'm going to cast Armor. So I rolled the 2 days since the last time I used Armor of Agathis.
Oh, yes, of course. You got the charges.
So I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis at 3rd level with my action. So that's 15 temporary hit points.
Got it. And it'll explode for 15 for anything that damages you while you have that.
Yep, and I'm going to, for my bonus action, I'm going to summon a new spiritual weapon. So I'm canceling out the old one.
Old one.
And summoning a new one.
Perfect. That is
right
in
here.
the wall.
Huh?
Over here.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
And
while
actually, I'm doing it over here.
does it have to be a point you can? No, we talked about this. It doesn't have to be a point you can see.
Yeah.
So you're good.
So.
Numa lets you know, yeah, that'll work. And you may go ahead and make your swing.
That's a +5 to hit. And
unfortunately, that is a miss.
All right, Numa has to do a death save. Numa has a +1 to her con.
I don't think that's how death saves work.
They're straight, Raheem. You keep on doing this.
Oh, sorry. God damn it. I keep getting it mixed up with
concentration checks.
Wait. Well, it got an 18. It got an 18.
18, pass, so 1 pass.
I get them mixed up, and I don't know why it's like that in my head.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, because it makes sense logically. Alright, next up is Anwan. Anwan, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to,
You think it is reasonable that you might be able to heal this sword with traditional magics, based on what Zen has told you?
But
I don't
have
think
no
he
healing.
healing.
Yeah, the fuck? That's why I wanted to bring the fucking cleric!
Damn.
He's a warlock. He's not a librarian. He can't heal.
Well, librarians can't heal normally. But when they have the power of Jesus Christ on their side, they can do anything. Sorry, this is unrelated.
I don't!
Anwan, continue with your crusade.
I think I'm just gonna go Eldritch Blast each of these
Big one,
fuckers.
little one? Little ones?
Yeah.
Do you have Agonizing Blast?
No.
Alright, so you do have to roll for all this. So go ahead and roll to hit. And you have 2 beams right now, I believe, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's 1. That's 2.
What's the plus to your to hit?
It'd be like +6.
Yeah.
So that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage for each. Are you aiming them both at one or at each individually? There's a 50.
Each individual.
Yeah, there's a 50%
Separate.
chance to kill them.
Separate.
Go ahead.
So what was a D? What D? What's it?
10.
It's a
2
10.
D10s.
Thank you.
Well, don't do. Whatever.
Why do I keep forgetting to add the modifiers?
One of them dies.
One dies.
You don't add the modifier to your damage.
The one that keeps getting crits is somehow able to survive, seemingly having evolved beyond its brothers.
It's evolving. Oh god.
Yeah, it grows 2 big, meaty, muscular arms and cracks its knuckles.
No.
And then the
No,
rest of its 40 legs follow suit, growing fingers and palms
Don't
and
give it
knuckles.
buff arms.
It has 40 buff arms, 20 on each side.
You're
No.
making it more terrifying.
Yeah. It points at
This
you.
was the actual father that made it with the mother.
Who knows? That was a joke, though. So moving on. Is that the end of your turn, my friend?
I think. Can I pull the sword away?
No.
Forced movement, technically, but it would require your action? I think?
It's technically, so here's the thing. It's when it's not moving, it's essentially just a sword. So if you want to say it's his object interaction,
I'd say it's currently an object, and I'd say you can interact with it. However, you would take a opportunity attack from Mr. Critmeister over here.
well, no, he's entering its space. currently.
And then what is he gonna do? After he enters its space.
I'll take the crit.
Well, it's not necessarily. So you used 5 feet of movement. Now you have 20 feet left to go.
Automatically a crit.
No, not
Yeah, does
no,
this guy
not necessarily.
automatically crit?
We will see.
Numa
We
feels
literally
that
we're gonna
way.
see. Go move
I'm
to.
just moving it back by one so it doesn't get attacked again.
My swords
I mean,
hate.
All right, whatever.
My
Sure.
swords hate fish people and fish and sea monsters just as much as I do.
Okay, so you're attempting to drag the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It misses.
Yes.
Unless your AC is 10.
when I get there, it doesn't.
It
touch
seems to
anything.
spits out a d20. It seems to have gotten all of its good rolls out. Next up is Huge. Huge is 11 rounds
Can
away.
you use martial weapons?
The big bobbit worm's turn. It is going to eat Zen.
Rawr.
Oh fuck, it isn't.
Bye.
Instead of
murder
Numa,
all
he
of
dies,
you.
Zen dies, and now
No, it
Siegfried's
fucking
the
isn't.
captain.
I'm going to kill it.
It's gonna go ahead and use its movement.
No, you don't get to run, bitch. You're gonna stay right here.
Zen actually grabs it by the fucking
So head
like
30
little
feet
tiny things
this
that are supposed to
way.
be his horns, pull it out and feed it to
That's
Thunder.
that's.
Opportunity.
Can we grapple as our attacks of opportunity? Is that a thing?
What do I feel like is about to come back at me?
You can take the attack action.
And
Which-
isn't a grapple a use of the attack action?
No. As the attack action on your turn, you can replace one of your attacks with a special attack, which is a grapple. So no, but you can attempt to deal damage. Would you like to do so using your reaction?
Yeah.
Okay. And now you notice as this thing burrows along,
A
its
19.
tail is unfortunately unavailable based on the space. You could
It's
theoretically
unavailable
reach
right
in,
now.
but you might have disadvantage to try to hit it.
We both rolled
We
26.
both hit.
Damn, roll damage.
What is that?
As you see its
You
face
do
close up
46
for a second
plus-
as it tries to
46
burrow away.
Plus 16.
You slice at some of the legs.
No,
that
it still
pull
does the
up.
fire damage.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
pull
so
it
46 plus 16, and then I
all of your weapons are magic, so you can just do normal damage.
I do
What'd you say?
1d6. It's 46 plus 16, and I do 1d6 plus 14, so I do 16 damage.
32.
Damn, big hits all around. Lots of damage being dealt right now. That's 48. It is... That smell is just filling the chamber. This hole in front of you now is like a fucking tube just firing out this awful chemical smell.
Oh, this is only 2 feet wide, isn't it?
Correct.
You lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah, sadly.
Murder.
How big are you?
More than 2 feet?
Wait,
It seems pretty heavily damaged, but you can't.
Do you have a healing potion or anything?
Yes, I can heal him, but the fact of the matter is, I'm 2 feet and 9.
You could. Yeah, not comfortably. And also, there's the fear aspect of it.
Shove the halfling in the hole.
Oh, that's weird. He's sliding in so easily now. Oh, that's weird. Oh, he's being eaten. Oh, I see. All right, whose turn was that? Big Bobbit.
He just died.
All right, next up in the turn order is Siegfried. Siegfried, you can attempt to shove your sword into this hole, but it's going to be difficult to hit. I'm gonna say he has a bonus to his AC, or no, that's stupid, because bonus to AC is for cover. This is for cover. You would just have disadvantage.
You're gonna shove your sword in there, so it would just be normal hits because you already have.
Is he doing reckless?
Yeah, I'm doing reckless.
All right, you're doing reckless. You have normal chances to hit. Only one of you, by the way, can access the hole at a time.
Alright, so I'm gonna attack 3 times.
Normal hits. That is a 1 hit. And so miss, hit, miss. So you roll 1 hit.
Stupid fucking thing.
What was that? It was 4d6 plus 16, you said?
If you
what
hit,
the hell?
Yeah, if it's just 1 hit, it's... Wait, no. Yeah,
it's 4d6 plus whatever your bonus is.
Yeah, it's
your mod and your bonus.
16. If it's
That's
just
not
1
right.
Hit.
It is not
Yeah,
plus 16 for 1 hit.
It is 100% plus 16. It is 100%.
Okay, I'm sorry. Where are his bonuses coming from?
4 is from his strength. 2 is from rage, and
8.
Oh wait, actually it's plus 14. And then 8 is from
what's
his
the last
scourge.
Oh, no, from the scourge. Thank you, Jesus. I keep forgetting about that.
I keep forgetting that his weapon isn't a magical weapon. Like it doesn't have a +1 or something to it. Yeah. So it's 16. But I mean, it's
Thank
14,
you.
not
Sorry,
16.
I keep forgetting, because I always thought it was just the explodey radius thing, but no, it's actually also the
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it actually took 2 less damage than we thought last turn.
Oh, it only took 30.
And this time it takes 31.
Damn.
Awesomars with freaking flame tongue greatswords, man. Barbarian.
The barbarian specifically. It's a flat. Well, that's barbarians, man. They just get big flat numbers. You carve off.
What the fuck they want?
So, Siegfried, you actually carve off several of the legs, and it has difficulty squirming the rest of the way into the hole, but eventually it is able to pull itself further in. Excuse me. Unless you move, Zen is not going to be able to attack it.
I'm not gonna do that anyway.
So is it still within scourge distance, or is it fully?
Technically, yes. So we can deal that damage too. It's 4.
Yeah, I take 2.
Looks real bad. That hole is basically filling with this thing's blood right now.
Okay, and I have 1 turn left.
1 what?
I have one turn left for the scourge.
Oh yes, thank you. Sorry. Yes, and only 2 turns left on the rage. Also, that's more important.
Now it's the Salamander's turn.
It is the Salamander's turn. Jormungandr is gonna fucking nom down on one of these dudes.
Can you just do like a spin tactic and eat them all and go like AoE?
You said it.
Multi-attack.
I think.
And then one with its tail.
Giant.
I already have it up.
Yeah. His multi-attack.
And it kills 2 of them. As you see the salamander just open its mouth, and one of them is sucked in and immediately is just consumed. The salamander then does a quick spin around and slaps its fucking enormous tail down on one, and it is it appears to be stunned permanently.
Paralyzed.
Oh, it broke its back. Do
No,
they have
it broke
that?
its all of its legs.
You hear a sickening crunch, and it's
damn.
still whole, but you get the feeling its insides aren't.
Career is
It is
over.
it is likely a smoothie inside of a chitinous shell. Anywho,
It
Siegfried,
can't.
you
It
should-
can't play basketball.
Siegfried, you should use your movement. To...
next up is the acidic
I already
bobbit
had my-
worms.
Oh wait, we can't actually both fit in there, huh?
Correct.
The only one who can fit in there's me.
I specifically said, "Oh, Siegfried, you have to move," and then Zen, you said, "Oh, I'm not gonna do that anyways."
No. Attack the hole through the hole. I'm not attacking through the hole. I'm
There you
going
go.
through the tunnel. That's what I
Alright,
meant.
cool.
I'm not. That's no.
It's a little tight at the end there, but it's an ally, so I'd say it's fine. Anywho, bobbit worms. Miss and a hit.
Crushed its whole.
Did they attack me?
I think that-
oh, no,
Oh, I
they-
forgot about these little dudes. Yes, they do. And this one pokes out of the wall next to you. But let me roll the damage for the salamander first. 1d hit, it's 3, 5, so that's 8 damage to salamander. And then 2 attempts to strike at Zen. One of them, as it squirms up to you, you take a step back and you hear a crunch noise, and I'm just gonna you fucking kill that one. And then this one leaps out of the wall and bites onto your ear.
Hey, now you have an ear pierce.
I have not my ear.
3.
Not my ear.
And it rolled the whole.
That's
Wait,
exactly
that's
it.
that one.
So 8 damage.
Yep. 8 total damage.
Alright.
If you want to use
So
absorb elements
It
on
dies.
that. Oh, why?
Because armor of Agathes.
It fucking explodes. Actually, okay, it bites onto your ear, and then you feel a very significant weight as it is now frozen, clasped onto your ear.
It's your earring
but-
now.
Yeah.
Let me.
You have a beautiful earring now.
All right, and I am going to use absorb elements.
Wait, really?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, okay, sure. I mean, it's a spell slot. but-
Takes
I mean,
no
it's a
damage.
spell
wait,
slot,
actually,
but
wait. Actually, can I even reach it? I might not even be able to reach the thing, so that might be a waste. 1 sec. 5,
follow the path.
I'm gonna whip that bitch. Get back, niece.
30.
Get back.
40. 6.
Yep.
So no, I won't be able to get to it. So there's no point. So never mind.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
I'm gonna heal the sword by giving it a potion. Douse the potion on it.
So,
That works.
I mean,
That actually works.
by raw, or well, I guess there is no raw because this is homebrew, so I'm gonna say it fucking works. The sword is now up.
Woohoo!
Roll to heal it. Did you have a basic healing potion?
Yeah, which is all I don't.
All right, so I think it's 2d4 plus 2 or plus 4 or something.
Hold on, wait, got the book right here. I can look.
Pretty sure it's 2d4 plus 2.
Probably so. Yep.
Two d4 plus 2. Yep. Go ahead and roll. All right, sword is up at 8 HP.
How you doing, buddy? I'm sorry I left you.
Numa seems a bit peeved, but also understands
If swords can glare.
Yeah. You see your own eyes reflected in the glint of the blade for a moment.
I guess you're glaring at me. Understandable. As I put a thumbs up. All right, now I'm gonna whip the fucking creature right here.
Yeah.
Do you nene as well?
Technically, to feed another creature a healing potion, it is an action. It's a bonus action to do it for yourself,
Ah, shit.
and an action to feed another creature. So sadly,
Big Oosh. All right, I guess I'll just.
So it takes you 6 seconds to figure out how you're gonna give this sword a potion. I think is an appropriate lore reason for why that is as well.
He's like, how do I just douse it?
And you do, and it works.
I once fed it a good berry.
Yep.
Just chops it in
That's
half.
just a thing.
Delicious.
Anyways, we're starting to get on, so let's keep it going. Huge is 10 rounds away. You imagine his muscles rippling in the sea as he butterfly strokes towards you guys. The big Bobbit Wern's turn.
Makes that noise when it's free of getting attacked.
Stop running from me. Take your whooping.
So fuck this shit, I'm out. Mm-hmm.
It's really piecing it.
Like
dash.
I did. Like my father.
Oh.
That got really dark.
You hear a rumble from the northern segment of the cave as it seems to exit one of the walls.
Does it make a noise?
Yeah. It's a terrible
Can I-
screeching noise, and you can smell it. More than anything, you can smell it. This entire chamber smells of it now. Any area connected with this mass of rock now smells like this creature's, like, jewelry polish, sort of jewelry cleaner blood.
And then you want to hear the sound I think it could make?
Probably not, but I think you're gonna do
I
it
agree.
anyways.
Probably not.
Okay.
Anyway, Siegfried, it's your turn.
Dash at it.
Sorry? Oh shit, you could just, yeah. Alright, you are up to it. Is that the end
And
of
my turn.
at the end of your turn, you motherfucker. This was your last turn with it, huh?
Yep.
Guess what just fucking happened?
You killed it, didn't he?
How would
Is
you
it
like to
dead?
do this as your radiant aura burns away the creature's face?
Well, wouldn't it just
I wanted
cauterize it? Basically,
Start
like,
at the face and then
killed the...
just go
So-
down the
Just
rest of
turns
the
the
body.
Okay, so
Stone.
Siegfried, I actually have an idea for this. This is what happens. Siegfried, you see this creature, 20 feet of it, is currently exiting the wall, rapidly exiting. It seems to be heading towards the northern pool. You head in its direction, rapidly running against it, this light exploding from your body. As you move towards the creature, it turns towards you, and inch by inch by inch by foot, as you run towards it, you see the flesh burn, crackle, and it seems to experience the same searing light that explodes from you from within, and it sears the creature. It opens its maw. You see all of its eyes glow with that crackling energy as they pop, 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 all begin to explode, and its jaw opens wide, curls, and twitches violently. If you were standing anywhere near it, you might be in danger, but you avoid that fate as the radiant energy crackles, and eventually it goes stiff, its maw open in a crackling, twitching, silent scream
Do I have 3?
as the creature goes limp
I do.
and dies.
Now
You-
bring the body to...
You killed my horror monster. You've solved my horror monster puzzle. Oops, sorry,
Why
Siegfried.
the fuck would you bring that here anyway?
The puzzle
Because
was
I
to
wanted
kill
you
it?
to suffer. And it would be memorable.
Alright, can we just say
Siegfried.
that
I
we
think I
killed
won't
the
be
rest?
sleeping
All right.
at all.
You guys purge the rest of these little motherfuckers, no problem. Nom nom. Do you want to go for that treasure over there?
Where?
Nom. It slips through here.
Yeah.
Come here. Nom.
You should check its body
Oh, do
if
you?
it has any.
Okay,
I
are
don't
you
think I
are you
wanted
going
to go
to
check
attempt
that.
to yank the other 80 feet of this thing out of the wall?
Yes.
this is probably one of the worst things you've ever had to do. Its legs, I don't know if you guys are familiar with how insects and death
Is it
really
possible to
work.
get Jormungandr just to suck it out like a noodle?
So
Yeah, but then we
That's
can't.
why.
So
But then
you-
we can't see if it has any goodies on the inside.
So
Just have him
Jormungandr
spit it out.
attempts to get
He's
through.
never spit out anything in his life.
Jormungandr can.
I'm gonna go see if
Just
there's any baby seals. I'm gonna
barely-
take one.
Jormungandr's having trouble.
It's sideways. Fat lizard.
Yeah, he's able to slip through here, and he sees his prize. And Siegfried, you hear in your head
It
spaghetti.
waddles over there.
I'm gonna get out of his way.
Oh, you get out of his way. He fucking greedily begins slurping. 1 foot,
This whole island
3 feet,
comes to a
5
collapse.
feet, 10 feet, 20 feet. Are you stopping him?
No.
30
But what if it
feet,
has
40
goodies?
feet, 50
Ah, you
feet,
know
Spit
what,
up.
fuck it.
60
Fuck that
feet.
Spit out
then.
any treasure you see, or you feel.
You
70,
don't see
80,
anything.
90.
Yeah, he feels.
It comes to the end, the eviscerated tail, and swallows it whole. His
Well,
Wait a minute.
his stomach
just
is
had a
He's getting
ramen
out of
noodle.
here.
his stomach is a tad distended, and he has trouble moving. The
well,
salamander
this
needs
is now Jormungandr's resting place.
this,
We
That
need to
was
get
a
out of
good
here.
idea.
I'm taking these seals.
the salamander needs a minute. You see its stomach slowly begin to recede. It needs a minute to digest. This is a lot. Also,
It just
it
had that
mentions
one
to
ramen
you,
noodle.
it mentions, this is the worst thing I've ever tasted, but it's a lot.
Then why'd you eat it? What?
And it does
'Cause I
take
like to
21
eat.
acid damage
Ow.
from
doesn't
the process.
It have acid?
As
Oh,
it
that's
essentially
the
has
thing.
consumed nail polish remover. About like 20 gallons of nail polish remover just now.
Damn.
hell
Anywho,
is
Just
so good.
give him.
Ask him, was there any treasure in there?
Jormungandr thinks to you, the real treasure was the insects we ate along the way.
Correct. You're right.
Zen, you see another safe. It appears to be locked.
I'm gonna hit it till it dies. I'm gonna hit it with force damage,
All
so
right.
it doesn't burn paper.
So go ahead and roll to hit.
Alright,
Is there
So,
any
I'm
baby
just gonna-
seals over here?
just Numa.
Go
Yeah,
ahead
I'm
and roll to
just
hit, and that'll determine how long this takes. Because I
Just,
figure you'll just
like-
keep whacking it till it happens.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
Does it happen instantly?
It happens very quickly. You are able to,
Alright.
within a minute, slice open with the force damage. At first, it just begins to dent, but then eventually, between you and Numa working together, you're able to sort of carve out. It's not as easy as when Siegfried used the heated blade, but eventually you are able to chip away at the entrance until you hear a thunk. And it appears the locking mechanism is broken as the bolt comes loose, and the door swings open. You get a satchel, and you see 3 handwritten notes.
They
Alright.
said it was whack.
It just says,
Yeah,
Ow,
it's sealed with,
I'm
is it
dying.
sealed with wax. Alright.
One of them is sealed with
I'm-
wax, and also 20 gold.
he can just have that to himself. I just want a baby seal.
What?
We read the
It
notes.
won't. It can't do anything.
Okay, Ann.
Sorry?
It's just
Baby
a
seal.
seal. I'm
Alright.
going here.
Could we
Oh,
read the
Anwan,
notes?
you go look at the seals. They're sleeping happily in a little pile.
Aw.
Now, these are
so
relatively
bad.
large seals as well. They're like kind of more leopard seal style.
They're bigger than you.
They're significantly
homie.
larger than
mean-
you.
Take one if you can get it.
If
That's
you
how
could,
this-
if you,
Do I see any baby seals?
Oh, you're gonna
Uh,
kidnap them. That's
th-
not cool.
2 of them appear to be younger. around like 50 to 80 pound, or no, closer to 80 pounds, and then the others appear to be over 100 pounds.
I guess I'll even be there.
How
I'm
much
gonna
do
beat
you
your
weigh?
ass. Yeah, they're outside your weight class, homie.
I just come back over here to Siegfried. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna leave this be.
The
Shit.
salamander attempts to eat you, Siegfried. Would you like to intervene?
He remembers he left it earlier.
Moves out of the way.
I proceed to Eldritch Blast his mouth.
Alright, so I just want to point out, Siegfried, did you just say no?
He 100% said
yes.
no.
Alright.
He
Yes.
remembered how he ran away earlier.
Alright. Anwan. I guess
Is
roll
he
the
Eldritch
hit.
Blasting?
Yeah.
Anwan.
Well, I have a Mage Slayer, so since he's
on
casting a
roll the hit.
get a reaction attack.
No.
Nope.
Yeah. Salamander is blocking your way.
Say again.
You can roll your Eldritch Blast. Roll the hit.
Lucky. You got lucky.
You say it's mostly.
We're gonna die today. You're
Stop
still gonna
talking
die
over
today,
him,
right?
Siegfried. Anwan, roll to hit with your 2 Eldritch
Give me some.
Blasts. Ha ha ha. Okay,
One of
as
them hit.
his jaw snaps down and your 2 Eldritch Blasts fire off into the ceiling on either side of his mouth, he closes his mouth slowly and sort of looks at you for a minute. And then slips past you, up, forward, and disappears in the water.
Not today, but one day.
Attack my salamander.
You could have stopped it.
There appears to be a
Remember
little
this.
bit of tension in the party.
Remember this.
Is there any stuff here now?
All right, my friends. Oh, you have explored the bottom corner. Yes, as you dig and bury, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me. You can clearly see a large, 5-foot-long giant isopod carapace. It's got some thick pieces of armor of chitin. You might be able to make some very refined or insectoid-looking armor out of that if you were so inclined.
Can Numa help?
Numa is a sword.
It could flick things away. It can, like, help move.
Sure. Get advantage. You and your sword are buddies. You got a 20. You find with a 20 400 gold on like in what appears to be a shattered remains of a treasure chest. That was crushed seemingly by either the isopod earlier, as it is below the isopod, or from the scuffle between the isopod and the bobbit worm. You find 400 gold, 300 platinum.
That's 3,000.
Yeah. 200
Now, all that
gold
belongs to
worth
Zane.
of assorted gems.
How much of a sort of gem?
300 gold worth of assorted gems. 100 gold diamond.
Jesus Christ.
And
Pirates sucks at hiding their shit.
perfect black pearl with a 20. That seems to have been resting in the head. Oh, that's not how you spell pearl. A perfect black pearl that you can barely appraise, but you're sure is worth a very vast sum. That is basically the size of a baseball.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Can murder somebody with that.
So you got the baseball-sized black pearl. Perfect black pearl. It appears to have been within the skull cavity of the giant isopod as well, which you're not sure if that was a coincidence that it rolled there or if it had some connection beforehand. But, you know, it's not like you could really ask the poor thing.
Sorry I killed your children, but they're gross. Sorry. But we killed what killed you, and we fed it to a big lizard. So I hope that leaves you with some what's the word?
Relief.
Relief, yes. Alright.
Amazing. Siegfried, you suddenly feel fucking exhausted.
Mhm.
You have disadvantage on ability checks, I believe.
Oh, can we check what was in the notes and what's in the satchel?
Yeah, I recommend
Yeah,
getting
after we get back up to the
you
boat.
guys exit back to your ships. You all exit to your ships. Here, one sec. Let me move you guys so that you're on the right page.
For a second, I thought you were waiting for us to do it, and
No,
I was like, wait,
I got it.
can I? I was like, wait, can we do that?
Oh shit! Someone gotta get huge.
Oh no!
As you guys exit,
Whoa.
Huge is nowhere to be
Actually,
seen.
while we were searching, no.
Oh no!
It
As you
took
were
time to
searching,
search.
Huge, you see a fist emerge from one of the pools and slam onto the stone floor as Huge rises from the depths like some kind of sea monster. I've come to be of huge assist. It smells terrible in here.
Huge could have pulled the thing out of the hole, and then we could have said, whatever. The salamander got a meal, whatever. That's a bonus.
Do you guys need assistance? Is there anything
What?
heavy, perhaps?
Yeah. All right.
My mood right
proceeds to have a huge pick me up. Please,
now.
like a child.
Hey, guys, just so you know, with the amount of gold I have right now, I almost have enough to I mean, I'm gonna have to take off part of it for something, but we're getting close to being able to pay off the keep.
Please distribute the gold as needed.
Yeah. So.
All right. Can I leave that to you, Zen/Champ? Would you be willing to do that for me?
I mean, sure. Whatever.
Okay. Just math that out for me. Sorry. All right. And so you've got 4 letters, 2 sealed with wax. And you have 2 satchels. And you look into the satchels, and they're full of gold. Like unrefined, but still relatively pure, like gold nuggets.
Is that worth more than gold coins?
It's not as efficient, but it is still 3,000 gold worth of gold between the 2 satchels of raw, not raw, but I should say unrefined gold.
Alright. So we do have enough now.
Yeah, I still have to pay.
You also
off,
don't know how much the pearl is worth. You will need to get it appraised.
That's true. I mean, I'm probably gonna end up using the pearl for.
The captain looks over at you, Zen, who has the pearl, and he
Don't act like I have this thing out. It is in my bag of
Never
holding.
mind.
Don't act like that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't act like that.
I apologize for assuming. So anyways, the Velociraptor is starving. Is anybody gonna feed it?
I'll feed it.
I'm going back to the
Alright.
captain who had the margarita.
This is the last thing we're doing tonight.
Thanks.
Feed the Velociraptor. So
I'm gonna be
how
on a different
Siegfried?
ship and aiming my arrow.
Siegfried,
at
how
the
are you
ship.
doing this?
Oh, it's in the room, right?
Yep, it is in a caged room. It is in the brig. Unless you want it to be in its original room.
Which one is safer?
Both.
There's a giant X-shaped hole that has 2 boards both nailed across it, versus the iron bars of the other room. You notice the bees in this room are starting to get a little irritated.
All right, so I'm gonna bring the flowers with me.
Oh, I see. You bring it some flowers.
Yeah.
It perks
Wine
its
and
head up
dine.
as you enter. It appears to be
And,
looking at you. The metal rings still magically melded onto its mouth.
Right.
You hear a loud buzzing come from within as it tilts its head.
All right, now I'm gonna bring over some meat
Uh-huh.
to take off the ring.
All right, you are... It doesn't come forward. You'll have to go in order to do this feat.
It's fine.
Go ahead and roll animal handling for me.
What is that?
I tell everyone to aim the ballisti at the other ship.
Be ready to sink it to the briny depths. Got it.
Wait,
Yup.
which ship though?
The one you're on, dude.
Which one are you on?
Aw, damn.
You see Kaiser Knox is getting ready to abandon ship, just in case.
Hey,
Siegfried,
Huge! Can you stop your buddy over there? As I
stop him from what?
He's also
Trying
on the
to
other
kill-
ship.
Yeah, he's on a different ship.
me.
That it would be hugely uncooperative of him if he was to try to kill you, and I would upset me.
Would it?
Yes. I also have huge morals.
Uh,
Yeah, with the
But I
90.
do make some huge exceptions for my friends. Anyways,
I look at him. What's that supposed
Siegfried,
to mean?
you are able to deliver unto this creature, flowers
Sweet
and
meat.
flowers and ham. You take the ring off. It doesn't immediately open its mouth. It waits until you exit the room. It leans over the meat, opens its maw wide. Bees begin to pour out. And as they splatter against the ground, it single gulp attempts to swallow the meat down. The torrent of bees is divided for a moment and then works its way around the ham in this horrifying... This is the worst second worst noise you've heard all day. Just the mix of buzzing and gagging and just... It's a fucking awful sight to behold. But eventually it goes down. And the bees that are alive seem to be enjoying the flowers. It closes its mouth and it lays back down and goes to sleep.
We've done it, boys. We've tamed it. Says it
I
can't
don't
be
know about
tamed.
that. I don't know about that. But also, you have to remember.
You
Even
notice it
if-
did not attack you. However,
It's
there are
tamed
some
enough.
bees trying to sting you right now, but that's mostly just because they are a little bit dazed and were shot into the ground from about 2 inches away, so they're a little,
Just remember that we can't control the bees.
yeah.
It's fine. Pollinators, we
Siegfried,
need them.
take 2 piercing damage for me.
All right.
Alright. So that was a successful, I'd say, feeding. Do you reapply the magical mouthpiece to keep its mouth shut?
Is it willing?
If you go to attempt to put the ring on, it is going to move away.
All right, then no.
Alright, you leave the Velociraptor uncorked. You begin to ascend when one of the crewmates actually meets you on the way down. Kind of looks past you and notices, did you need a new muzzle for the thing?
Siegfried shakes his head no.
Just using the old one, or
Shakes his head no.
He kind of looks at you and tilts his head a little and scratches his beard. You've tamed it? It's not gonna
Shakes his
shoot.
head.
It's not gonna shoot bees at us anymore?
He shrugs his shoulders. What?
And with that, the crewmate's
Yeah.
eyes go wide. Captain Knox, I request a transfer to one of the other ships. Denied. Alright, this is my life now. I'm gonna take the crow's nest. And he goes up to the crow's nest. Why's that? The other one shouts. They sound the same. Bees! The other one says I. Bees. And that's where we'll end tonight's session. You notice the salamander was 30 feet long and is now 35 feet long.
Ooh, it's getting bigger.
It was only 20 feet long.
Wait, was it only 20 feet after the last transformation?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I might
You
have
said-
gotten my dimensions a little effed up. So we'll say it's 25 feet long now.
All right.
Yep. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Nice.
See you next time, y'all.
Donna.
Yeah.
Jason, don't forget to put that gold, the 15 unrefined
Stop
in your
recording.
in your